NFC North status of the NFC North, NFC North Rewind. Things have changed since the last time we talked. Some good, some bad, mostly bad.
I know you're scared. Yeah, I do too. If I were you. I know you're scared. I do too. If I were you. You better bring your A game. Bring your A game. You better bring your A game. You better bring your A game. Bring your A game. You better bring your A game.
What up, people? Another Friday night, another edition of the Vikings division, NFC North. Oh, man, the last 2 weeks have been kind of rough.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it. Roller coaster ride of emotions for the Vikings this season. But let me start off the show by saying congratulations to the Detroit Lions for winning the NFC North. Only took you 30 years, but you did it.
Well, I'm 48. I was 18 last time they won it.
Yeah, I was 26, 27.
Question is, well, I'll be 78 next time they win it.
Oh, jeez. I hope I'm still breathing next time they win it.
But a couple things have happened some of the kind of things I wanted to happen have happened. The Bears have actually won more games, which means they're going to keep Fields and Eberflus, which I like.
Yep.
So I'm not afraid of the Bears. They probably still might even think about drafting another quarterback. I don't know. We don't know.
The Bears are the great mystery because Kevin Warren has kind of been very vocal about it that he's not happy with Fields or Ryan Poles, the GM. Kevin Warren didn't hire either one of the people. He didn't hire Poles for sure. Poles in return did not draft Justin Fields.
Yeah.
So, and as I said before, they're looking to move into a new stadium. So Justin Fields could be moved after this season. It's hard to say, but you just have to find somebody that would somebody to take Fields also.
Yeah, I'm sure there's people out there. There's teams that are in worse situations at the quarterback than the Bears, which is saying a lot because I don't think the Bears QB situation is good at all. Hasn't been since Luckman, which is saying something because he was the 40s quarterback.
And they didn't throw the ball then.
Yeah. And he still has a lot of passing records, which should tell you something about how bad people think the Vikings history at the situation at quarterback is bad. The Bears are probably the worst in history.
Yeah.
For that position. Even the Lions have had better success at the quarterback position. I want to thank everybody for coming. We got Mama Ketchin here. Appreciate you, Mama. Love you. I'm sure we'll get more people. Justin and Rap are still doing their show, so. What up, Vaughn? Nice to see you as usual. So the Bears are young, which is good, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be good. I still think the Bears finish last for probably the next couple years in the division.
They will. Only thing the winning streak did with Fields was it bought him some time for probably another year. Eberflus and Fields were probably gone if this team went to a drastic slide, and they both still could possibly be gone. But it's bought Eberflus a few more, maybe another season.
Yeah,
maybe. Hard to say. The question is Kevin Warren. What direction does he want to go in? Like I said, they're trying to get a new stadium, so. They're gonna. He's there to get a new stadium, but he wants to put a good product on the field. It look like they're gonna move that product into the new stadium. Should they do it?
Well, the Bears have won some games recently, but when you look at who they beat, it's really not that good. They beat the Panthers. Then they lost to the Lions, and they beat us, of course. But of course, Mullins is the gift that keeps on giving. So I mean, and Dobbs is also the same situation. He's the gift that keeps on giving to other teams. But I don't blame Dobbs for that Bears game. That was KOC using Dobbs as cousins. He's not a pocket passer. Plus all those hospital balls he threw and stuff like that. The offense just didn't do anything, and that's KOC's fault because
that's KOC's fault because that's his side of the ball.
And
I mean, the defense did give up that pass.
Yeah,
but what did you? I mean, Viking fans, we got a lot out of this defense this year.
Yes. Anytime you allow 12 points, you should win that game.
Right.
And then the Lions, they beat the Lions. Then they lost to the Browns, which will have some smoke about the Browns later. And then they beat the Cardinals, which is what you expect. Mm-hmm. So they have 2 games left. They have the Falcons and they have the Packers. We don't know what Falcon team is going to show up or which Packer team. The Packers may not even play anybody because after this week they're going to be out of the playoffs, so they may not even play anybody. The
Packers could be just winding down the season. They suspended Jair Alexander, so you don't know what the attitude in that locker room is. Some players, if they're just we got a chance, or if they're like, I just want to play the string out and just get the hell out of here.
Yeah. So they could go 2-0. They could go 0-2. I don't. It's hard for me to say because it's not necessarily the Bears. It's the teams that they're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now the Bears are 6-9. So they could go 8-9 or they could go 6-11. So that I do not know. But with how bad the Bears are, the Vikings are only a game up, which is not saying much.
No, we're right there with the Bears. Literally.
But isn't it funny? Like whenever the Lions do win a division, they have that good year, and everybody else in the division stinks. That seems to be the only way they ever win a division.
They'll have that year where they're better than they literally run away. They have like a 2 or 3 game lead in the division, and and it's always. But it like we've said. I mean, how long has it been? 30 years.
I don't think the Rams and Hawks are losing out.
No, they're not.
Especially the Rams. I think the Rams win against.
Especially the Rams.
Yeah,
they're not losing out. I've already chalked it up as Minnesota's not making the playoffs. It
all depends on if San Fran has to battle for a playoff spot or not for the number 1 seed. So, like San Francisco has to keep winning for them to keep the 1 seed. I believe.
Right, and then you still got the NFC East, which is between Dallas and you're going to have 2 teams out of there.
Yeah. So,
but the Rams, no, the Rams are playing ball now. The Rams are their team that's making some noise for the playoffs.
And they are the Rams are they're 8-7.
Right.
So are the Cardinals, and the Rams have the Giants Sunday, and then the 49ers. That's what I was talking about with the 49ers. If the 49ers have to fight for the number 1 seed, that game, because the one thing the Rams do not do, and I know this because my neighbor who lives across the hallway from me is a Rams fan. The one thing the Rams do not do is beat the 49ers.
Where are they playing? San Francisco or LA? Or Santa Clara, I should say.
Santa Clara.
Yeah, that's pride. I'd go with the Niners on that one.
Yeah.
So that would make the Niners what?
And the Seahawks have the Steelers and the Cardinals. So the Seahawks would be the best bet for the Vikings getting that because the Steelers are still fighting for a playoff.
Yeah. Well, put it this way: if the Vikings don't win Sunday, it's a wrap.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap. Yeah.
Yeah. If they don't win Sunday, it's a wrap. The Vikings have controlled their own destiny now for the last few weeks, and they've not done a very good job of it.
Oh yeah, they put in Mullins, the gift that keeps on giving.
Right. It just you're not giving yourself the best chance to win.
But they could be in better position, and we wouldn't even have to talk about Dobbs. We wouldn't even have to talk about Mullins. Because there's one particular quarterback who's playing his ass off right now who wanted to play for Minnesota. And the Vikings are like, nah, no thanks.
Yeah. That's right. Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco wanted to come to Minnesota.
He wanted to come to Minnesota.
That was his first choice.
And now here's a kicker, folks. Joe Flacco was signed to the practice squad. He wasn't signed to the active roster. He was signed to the Browns practice squad. The Vikings
still could have.
There were other teams that wanted him too, but the Vikings could have did the same thing. You signed him to the practice squad for not much money. It wouldn't cost you much. Why they didn't, I don't know. I've got my own theory on that. This team was ill-prepared for injuries or anything to happen to players. The Vikings just were not prepared. They literally ran it back with most of the team they had last year, but they got a little depth behind those players.
I mean, I kind of understand with the whole Kirk Cousins never got hurt, but as far as the rest of the positions, there's no reason for that.
Well, and you kind of got that false comfort there because he had never been hurt.
Right.
But it's like, never say never, especially in NFL. And look what happened. He got hurt. A non-contact injury, but he got hurt. He's out for the year, and you were ill-prepared for it. You don't like to see injuries, and injuries can happen at any time. But with Kirk's age and, that offensive line, you should have been prepared. It was, I hate to say it, it was probably inevitable that he was going to get hurt.
Yeah. So there is a chance that the Vikings do finish last in the division.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Good chance.
Which at the beginning of the year, somebody, I can't remember who it was, but there was an quote-unquote expert who picked Minnesota to finish last in the division. But he also picked the Packers to win. So
yeah, the Packers were the odds-on favorite at the beginning of the year. I actually picked Chicago,
which is, I don't know why. I thought the Bears would be terrible this year. I thought it was between the Vikings and the Lions, and it would have been if the Vikings didn't have injuries. But you can't use that as an excuse.
You can't use that as an excuse.
Yeah.
Cleveland's had injuries, and look at them.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest with you. And the more you look at things, I'm just starting to realize the Vikings aren't very good at keeping the right coaches.
No, we talked about that on the Vikings show. They let Pete Carroll go. They let Tomlin go. They let Tony Dungy go. They let Stefanski go. They let who was the other guy we talked? There's one other that I'm drawing a blank on. That
Billick won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Billick. I say Carroll. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Carroll. So, he was Bud coach.
Yeah. So, and all these guys have won a chip away from Minnesota.
Yeah. I mean, and we'll see what Stefanski does, but guess what? Stefanski's actually done
He's
pretty
up for
well.
Rookie of the Year. He's up for him and the guy from Texas are up for Coach of the Year.
Oh,
the Lions. Dan Campbell's going to. Neanderthal in Detroit's going to get it, but
yeah, and I don't. You know what? I don't know if he deserves it.
No, he doesn't.
No,
Stefanski's doing a better job because what's the Lions think? The Lions really have not had injuries this year.
No, and at times they've looked like the Lions. They're probably, and I'll tell you what, tomorrow night they might look like the Lions. Yeah, they're going into Dallas, and the Cowboys on national TV might make an example of them because the Cowboys are in a dogfight in the NFC East with Philly.
Yeah.
So if you're going to need a tiebreaker. So this game means a lot to the Cowboys. You need points. Points come into it. So they might run up the score on the Lions. And honestly, folks, the Lions defense let Kurt Mullins throw for what, over 400 yards?
So let's talk about that. I know we usually say the first place team for last, but it's Vikings Packer week, so that supersedes everything.
Right.
So we're going to talk about the Lions right now.
Skol, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
I'm glad you're here.
Glad you're here. Glad you're feeling better. I hope you had a good Christmas. I hope everything's all well with you and your family. Um, let's put it in perspective. All the goodwill that you Lions fans had, you lost most of that when your guy decided to do the skull chant in the end zone. Now, me personally, I don't have a problem with that because my mentality is if you don't want them to do it, you stop them.
Right.
Well, you guys didn't dominate. If you guys dominated Minnesota, it was 42-10. You celebrate all you want. I'm not going to say nothing. It took our fourth quarterback, our fourth-string quarterback, to throw four interceptions, 3 in the red zone, and over 400 yards. You guys barely beat a team that has probably half the starters out with injuries. So you guys barely beat them, and you acting like you dominate them. So I know you guys do not know how to win because you are the Lions. Winning is something new to you. You guys do not know how to handle it. You're acting like you don't know how to handle it right now. So that goes back to the Dallas game. I think Dallas is going to be like, okay, new kid on the block. Let me show you what it's really like to win games. Because as much as I hate Dallas, that's one thing they do know how to do. So Lions fans, calm down. Yeah, Puffer, you won the division for the first time in 30 years. Congratulations. Yeah, you can be excited about that. Puff your chest out because you're division champions. But Viking fans will tell you in the regular season we have confidence in the world in the regular season that the Vikings are going to do well. But you can't tell me as a Viking fan that you don't have doubt. Oh God, we're in the playoffs. How are we going to blow it? You Lions fans are acting like you guys are going to go straight to the Super Bowl. You guys are acting like you're the 49ers who have a history of winning, have a history of dominating, have a history of going to playoffs, have a history of doing all this. You guys just need to have a little self-awareness of who you guys actually are, which is the Detroit Lions, who haven't won a championship since, 56?
57.
It's 57. So let's just, you can go on a run. It could happen. I'm not saying it can't. But don't expect them to go on a deep run. Mainly because your defense, as we saw last year with Minnesota, you guys are the carbon copy of the Vikings last year. Your defense is ass, and your offense is winning you games. So all you guys did was talk about how the Vikings were frauds. Well, the Lions are kind of frauds this year with their defense.
The Lions this year are the Vikings of last year.
Yeah. So I'm happy for you that you guys won the division for the first time in 30 years. You guys have only won 4 since Minnesota has been a franchise, so congratulations on that. The Vikings have 21, by the way, which is, like I said, Vikings are a good regular season team. They have more division champions than the Packers and even the Packers and the Bears. So good luck. You still, what is that, 17 more they got to get? So good luck.
They'll be lucky to get that in our life.
I think Dallas destroys them Sunday.
It's going to be ugly.
I think it's going to be the Vikings game from last year against Dallas, the 40-3.
I see 40. I can see 43-3, 40-3, or you can see them maybe getting 40, putting 45 up on them. First of all, the Lions have no pass rush. What's the name? Hutchinson was nowhere to be found last time.
He couldn't even beat our backup tackle.
No, he couldn't beat our backup tackle. They're just an average team. They caught lightning in a bottle, and they got the ball bouncing their way this year. And kudos to them. I ain't gonna take that away from them. But goddamn, know your role.
Yeah.
You ain't did shit in 30 years, okay? And I've been alive 57 years, and you really ain't did shit in any of those 57 years. So enjoy it while you can.
Tony's probably in the same boat as I am. I cheered for the Lions in 91. I cheered for them in 93. I cheered for them a couple years ago when they lost to the Cowboys in the playoffs. I don't know if I'm going to cheer for them this year just because Sunday kind of, I don't know. I probably still will for the Lions. I'm not worried about them going to the Super Bowl because They have.
They're not making it out of the first
Yeah.
round.
So they're
Let's
probably going to have to play
be
the
honest.
Eagles or the Rams in the first round, which I have more confidence in both those teams than I do with Lions.
How ironic would it be if in the first round they have a home game against Matthew Stafford?
Yeah. And I was watching Zoe was on a podcast. Zoe and Woods were on a podcast with Lions fans, and one of the Lions fans said Stafford's not coming in here and winning. And I put in the chats, I said, you guys gave up over 400 passing yards to Nick Mullins. What do you think Stafford's going to do to you guys?
Yeah.
How do you beat the Rams? You put pressure on Stafford, right? What can't the Lions do?
They can't
pressure.
And you know what? They can't cover those wide receivers. I'm sorry.
Oh no, they can't cover Puka.
They can't cover those wide receivers. It's gonna. Here's the deal. Sean McVay will turn that game into a track meet that the Lions cannot compete with.
Yeah.
And Jared Goff
they faced the
is not that good.
They faced the kindergarten version of the Rams offense with KOC. They're getting the master's class when they play the Rams.
Oh yeah, the master is going to school them.
Yeah.
What you were playing was basically a substitute teacher.
Yeah.
In KOC, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Your problem is going to be against McVay in your home turf. McVay will make it a point, and coaches are like this. They will run up the score on you.
Yeah.
They will prove a point, and it's the playoffs. So it's open season. It's a brand new season. And guess what, Lions? You ain't ready for that.
Yeah.
You ain't ready for that.
I mean, they've only been in the playoffs, what? So they have 4 division titles, so that's 4 times. And they've been second, like what, maybe 5 times?
I think
they've been in the playoffs like 9 times since the Vikings have been a franchise.
It's not much.
Yeah. So let's be honest, guys. Like, don't get me wrong. I am happy as hell you guys win a division. You guys are long-suffering fans. So I get your excitement. I really do. And I get that you guys have your chest puffed out. I really do. But you have
that's fine, but be a little more classy about it.
Yes.
You're starting to act like these ignorant Packer fans who weren't around when the team sucked for 20 years.
Yeah.
You think you're the greatest thing. You think you invented football, and you're walking around like we're the greatest team on. We're the epitome of football. No, you're not. Pretty soon you'll be back to being the bitch of football. You know. Yeah. You caught lightning in a bottle. Hopefully Brad Holmes, the GM, keeps things rolling, but it's Detroit. Let's just be honest. And you guys are in the same boat as many of us in the division. You're going to need a quarterback. So until you improve some things, you've got the bounces this year. You got the calls this year. You got the national media behind you this year. Enjoy it. It ends. It's fleeting, very fleeting. Next year, you guys will be you'll just be another one of 32 teams in the National Football League.
And
this year, you're the media darlings.
You guys will play the first place schedule next year as well.
Oh, yeah. And everybody's got film on you, and you're going to have a new offensive coordinator. That doesn't bode well.
Yeah.
That does not bode well. And your defense hasn't done anything to improve itself at all. So, enjoy it while you can, Lions fans. I'm happy for you. But you know what? Know your role. Shut the fuck up and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Stop beating your chest like you're goddamn King Kong.
That team plays in Santa Clara.
Yeah.
Which they have a tradition of being a championship team.
Yeah, and until somebody takes them, but the thing with the Niners is it's consistent every year. They're the only thing now close to a dynasty without the Super Bowls.
Since Brady left.
But they are.
If Brock Purdy doesn't get hurt last year, they go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, Purdy's had his moments. He's not perfect, but he fits their scheme.
Yeah.
He fits them. The problem is if they lose, McCaffrey is that offense. But Lions, you beating the Chiefs at the beginning of the year, that's not the same Chiefs team. And we've seen that.
Yeah.
So, you beat the defending Super Bowl champions. Yay. We're
happy. We saw how good Minnesota can. We saw how good Minnesota has the potential to be this year if Cousins never got hurt because of what they did to the 49ers and the Packers 2 weeks in a row.
And that was probably
Yeah.
for the Vikings their most physical game. They
Yeah.
were literally physical with the Niners, which I couldn't believe.
Right. So, like I said, when the Lions win the division, it's the other 3 teams in the division suck in that year.
Yeah.
And the Lions had everything go right for them. So, like last year, even though the Vikings had everything go for them, the division was still kind of close towards the end of the year because the Lions went on that run.
And even in '93 when the Bears won the division, I want to say Minnesota was a wild card, and Green Bay might have been a wild card too. I don't know. Wait, Green Bay didn't make the playoffs that year, but yeah, Minnesota was a wild card. I have to look up the '93 season, but
yeah, let's see. So 1993, as soon as it loads here. So the NFC Central, the Lions were 10-6.
Vikings were 9-7.
9-7. Packers were 9-7. Bears were 7-9. Bucks were 5-11.
Oh, Packers didn't make the playoffs because the Vikings beat them twice.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Cowboys were the best team that year.
Cowboys were what 13-3.
Well, in the NFC, they were 12-4. They were the best team in the NFC.
Okay.
The Giants were 11-5. They were the only team close to them.
We lost to the Giants in the wild card.
Yeah, there was 3 teams: Tennessee Titans, the Buffalo Bills, and so they were both 12-4 as well. And then Kansas City was 11-5. I think that's when they had Montana.
Yes, that was their first year with Montana. And for those that don't know, the Tennessee Titans at that time were the Houston Oilers.
Yes.
And that was Warren Moon's last year with them before he got traded.
And that was their last season in Houston.
No, they had 2 more.
They
had 2 more. They left in '95, I believe.
That's where I saw NFL films where they said '93 was the last season.
They voted that they were going to move, but they couldn't get the stadium. And Adams was going to move the team to Tennessee.
Well, they played in Vanderbilt when they first got to Tennessee.
Yeah, that was 96, 95 or 95 or 96.
Hold on a second. Yeah, but I got a little message from StreamYard. For some reason, it made me check to see if I was still here for StreamYard. I'm like, oh, hell no. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, it just seems. So let me look how many times the Lions have been in the playoffs in '61.
In my lifetime, hell. I can kind of count it on my hands.
Okay, so the Lions have been one of the unluckiest NFL franchises. They have played in their whole franchise, and they are one of the oldest franchises in the NFL. They have a total of 20 playoff games.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think I'm trying to think the last time they were in the playoffs was when they played the Cowboys, and they had that bad call go against them for them to lose to the Lions, for them to lose to the Cowboys. Yeah, so 1930 to 1934 to 2023, 90 seasons. They've made the playoffs 17 times. And they have 4 championships, but of course those championships were before we were all alive. 35, 52, 53, 57 are the championships. They have an all-time winning percentage of 46% in the playoffs. So from 2014 to 2023, this is the second time they've made a playoff. So I guess that game was in 2014. Because it says 2014 and 2023, the past 2 seasons, they made the playoffs twice. So this is from like NFL like history. So yeah, um, that's not a good playoff history for them to be posting, for them to be
Running their mouths.
running their mouths. When
Yeah.
you compare that to a team they're acting like,
Yeah, Chicago and Green Bay are even better than that.
yeah. So when you compare that to the San Francisco, who they're acting like playoff history, I mean it is not even close. Their all-time playoff record is 37-24. So they have more losses than they have appearance than the Lions have appearances. They are 6-2 in the wild card. They are 19-8 in the division, and they are 7-11 in championship games. They've been to 5 Super Bowls. They are 5-2. They have 1 championship before the merger, so they have total 6 championships.
Yep.
I mean, you guys, the Lions fans, that is what you're acting like right now. You're acting like you're the 49ers, which the 49ers history, even as us as Vikings, have to look at that and go, damn, I wish that was us. So, yeah. And of course, the Packers won all those championships, but they won them back in the dark ages when they wrote the records down on tablets, but they still won them. So yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I'm excited. I'm finally happy you guys won the division. I'm happy for you, but let's not fool ourselves.
Curb your enthusiasm.
Yeah, exactly.
Curb your enthusiasm.
I mean, hope for do what Viking fans do in the playoffs. Expect the worst, hope for the best. Because as a Vikings fan in the playoffs, that's what I do.
I just Lions are one and done. They're
Like
one and done.
All that talk, you guys. It's funny how you guys, all your Lions fans, talked all that smack about the Vikings last year, how they're frauds, how they're this. But
and guess who's got that label this year?
Well, they're not being called frauds because it's the Lions and they haven't won in so long. But
they're still frauds.
But you guys are pretty much the Vikings of last year.
They're still frauds. They're gonna lose their offensive coordinator, and that's a big part of their team. Yeah. It ain't Dan Campbell, that's for damn sure. Matter of fact, they might play better ball without Dan Campbell.
Yeah, Lions fans calling us jealous. Have you heard? You've seen that, haven't you?
Why the hell would I be jealous of the Lions?
Yeah, Giants. There's actually a Lions fan saying the Vikings fans are jealous because
jealous of what?
Well, they're jealous because the Lions are gonna run the division for like the next 5 to 6 years and all that type of stuff. Like,
oh, first of all, bitch, please, you'll be lucky to fucking win 7 games next year.
I'm just saying that's what
it ain't about. Yeah. First of all, there's no Lions fan in the world who can debate me. Because first of all, I'll bring up their history. I will make them fuckers either cry and end up in therapy or go home and curl up in a ball. I will embarrass them. I will tell them how bad they have been. I will tell them how bad they probably will be. I will tell them to enjoy their success at the moment because guess what? It's fleeting and your team sucks. Like you know what? The Lions are better than none of these teams in this division. This whole division is not very good.
Here's the thing. I guarantee you, if Cousins does not get hurt, they don't win the division.
No.
Because Cousins, we hate to say it, because you and I both agree kind of on Cousins, but we kind of agree that this team offense is good in spite. Uh-oh.
Well, and more, I'm starting to think that the problem with the Vikings is KOC.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that the Vikings are good in spite.
I'm blaming KLC because I'll refuse to say a damn good thing about Kirk Cousins, and you're not going to make me say anything good about.
I got you last week. I can't do it 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, you're not going to make me say anything good about Kirk Cousins, but a lot of it is KLC.
What up, Bob? Thank you for joining as always.
Hey, Bob.
Oh, Vikings fan 123. I haven't seen you in here. Thank you for joining.
Yep,
appreciate you.
But yeah, I mean, it's our own worst enemy is our head coach and his play calling. You know, that's that's our problem in a nutshell.
Because if you look at the last couple of games, if Cousins is the quarterback, how many of those do you think they lose?
I'm telling you right now, oh God, you're going to make me be nice. God, if Cousins is a quarterback, We're not losing. I don't think we're not losing in Denver. We don't lose to the Bears.
Nope.
We don't lose to the Bengals. And we put up more than 3 points on the Raiders. So
And that last throw that Mullins made against the Lions to JJ, Cousins does not make that bad throw.
No, and how do you avoid not? Brandon Powell was wide open in the flat.
But Brandon Powell was open like 4 or 5 times that game. He never threw to him once.
He never threw to him once.
Hey, Tony and not Tony. I'll take that.
Hey, Sarah. Yes, I am on Facebook. I'm on Twitter also. My handle on Twitter is tbell6613. The purple jersey guy.
And
so
there's your link, Sarah, if you want to join.
Yeah, and please feel free to join.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's God. You are killing me here, Curtis. I do not want to be nice to friggin' Kirk Cousins.
But we all know he has his limitations. We also know
we
also know that he is a top 15 quarterback. And this is what you get when you don't have a top 15 quarterback. I am willing, as you are, to draft a young quarterback to see what he has, and because if the Vikings, this is what the Vikings always do. If they draft a quarterback that is not good, they give him 2 years. If he sucks those 2 years, what do? They sign a veteran quarterback.
By the way, I'm going to bring this up. You've heard the recent talk, right?
So that talk.
The new quarterback next year for the Vikings, that the odds-on favorite is Russell Wilson.
No, I rather have Cousins.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
First of all, Russell Wilson is a piece of crap, and since he's been getting it from Sierra, he hasn't done anything. We thought last year that the reason he was bad was because of the offensive coordinator. He's just bad. I think his time is done. I mean, if you're going to pay a quarterback around $20 million a year, and I have a choice between Cousins and Wilson, I take Cousins.
Cousins coming off an Achilles injury?
I would still take him.
I don't think he's much of a difference because he's got more mobility. He's got more mobility in a Super Bowl ring.
Well, I mean, that's the past, though. I mean, I don't think he's better now. I think they're about even. And I'd rather have a guy who knows the offense as someone who doesn't. We have to learn again. Even if it's just for like 1 or 2 years. Well, we all know KOC doesn't want a quarterback who could run anyway. So.
Well, yeah, and the only way here's the thing, though. The only way to not get a quarterback that's not going to run is improve that offensive line. Right. I thought Sarah was on. But anyway, I mean, it's.
Yeah, rejoin Sarah if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just maybe I'd rather dance with the devil I know than the one I don't.
I will, because basically you still have to get a quarterback. Bottom line. You still have to get a quarterback
to be Wilson.
I mean, I'm not the biggest Wilson guy, and he has changed since he started getting it on a regular basis. But, I don't know. We've seen what Cousins can do, and Cousins can't do shit. So
yeah, no, I mean, well, it wasn't his ACL; it was his Achilles. His arm strength was kind of, unless you're talking about we should probably Kirk, but I mean, Cousins kind of was losing steam on his ball anyway, but his arm is still stronger than a lot of guys.
Yeah, but what's his frame of mind going to be? He's coming off an injury.
I know, but I don't want the Russell Wilson. If Russell Wilson was a free agent coming out of Seattle, I would be giving what he wants. But the last 2 years in Denver, and and the other thing about him, that message that he posted after he signed his big contract in Seattle, telling the people of Seattle, you guys can finally rest now. You guys can finally get some sleep because I'm staying. The audacity for you to sit there and think that people are losing sleep because you're not re-signing. I mean, come on.
You guys know.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Sarah.
No, we were just
I was just
saying
gonna say, you guys know how much I don't care for Kirk, but I would rather give Kirk a 5-year extension than sign Russ.
and her puppers agrees.
That's how much I do not want Russ. And if we sign Russ, I'm gonna have to go be a Whackers fan.
Oh God.
Oh, don't say that.
First of all, that's never going to happen for me. So
I'll just put. Here's the deal.
I'll put it out there. If they tell me that a guy's going to tell me he's going to kill, well, this person, we have a hostage right now, and the only way this hostage is to get released is for you to become a Packer fan. I'm like, man, enjoy your hostages because I'm not being serious. Obviously,
Right.
That was just an example, but that would never happen.
But here's another thing we got to bring up too. Now, this has got a lot to do with it. We need a younger quarterback. We need a new quarterback. We need a franchise quarterback. Do you trust KOC to develop that quarterback?
Well, that's another thing.
I don't think it's a matter of whether I trust or not. It's we don't have a choice, so we gotta.
Yeah, you do. You do.
I like Drake May.
I wasn't impressed. You know what? I wasn't impressed with Drake May.
But he has his limitations.
He's basically a young Kirk Cousins.
It depends. Well, he can run, though. That's the difference. How much do we have to give up to give? Because if we have to give up like three first-round picks to move up, hell no. There's not a quarterback in this draft.
There is talk that if the Vikings lose these last 2 games, they could be as high as 10.
That may get you Drake May.
Right.
Yeah, and worthless. It took I think there was only one quarterback ahead of him at the time, and I think it took the majority of the quarterbacks 3 or 4 weeks to pass him.
And what was Kirk's record when he got hurt?
What
was his record when he got hurt?
They were 4-3.
Okay. No, they were 4-4.
No, that record they were 1-3. They started the season 1-3, and because they lost 3 in a row, and then they won, and then the Packer game made them 4-3. Then they lost the next 4-4.
Right. So I mean,
but I'm not.
We were not. Here's the thing: we weren't setting the world on fire with Cousins as quarterback.
They were starting to get together. That's why they went on the run. But what that goes back to, it's the whole that's why I think personally the quarterback win-loss record is useless, because it's just like the starting pitcher in baseball. You can only do so much for you to actually get the win or loss. Why are they the only position that gets a win-loss?
Oh, because some idiot decided that's the way it should be.
Right. So, I mean, the quarterback. Look at Nick.
You know what? That was all because of some analytic nerd.
Right. So that's my question is, why are quarterbacks the only ones who get the win or loss? The quarterback could go throw 450 yards, throw 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, have a perfect passer rating. But if the defense gives up 5 touchdowns, he gets the loss. That's why I think win-loss records is the most useless stat for a quarterback position. That's my view on it. Other people may disagree that it's kind of important, but that's my view on it. Because
then how do you determine if a quarterback has a winning record if you don't count wins and losses?
They go by his starts and what happens when it starts.
Yeah, but why are the quarterbacks the only one who have to deal with that though?
Because they are the vocal point of the team.
Yeah, and I mean they get the praise. They get all the praise, so they got to get all the.
Yeah, but that would happen whether or not the quarterback wins loss was a stat anyway. There you go, Zoe, if you want to join.
It didn't become it's not really officially a stat. It really
Yeah.
isn't. It's
mean-
just they analytic nerds like to throw it out there as a stat, but it's not really a stat.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've seen enough of Kirk in the eye test. Fuck the stats. Game time decisions, it has a lot to do with it with me.
Right, which is where you and I are saying there's a ceiling for him.
Yeah.
You know,
There's a ceiling.
like the third,
He's
like
not,
third
he
and
is,
three.
he is not that type of player I would rally around, and I'm feeling like, you know what? I'm going to go to war with this son of a bitch. It ain't Kirk Cousins.
See, that's what I was telling on the Vikings Vintage show about Cousins was us sitting on our couches. We may think that about Cousins, but how do his teammates really feel? That's what needs to be answered, because if the teammates think that they can win with him, if the teammates think he's a leader, if the teammates are behind him, it does not really matter what we think.
Well, and here's the thing too. Now, here's what you've got. You've got the younger guys now that have come in. Yeah, they're going to rally around Kirk, but that team that Kirk first got to, the one that Zimmer had, and those older players, they knew what Kirk was all about. So they were kind of like, here we go with this guy. We know he's not a winner.
I don't know.
Right.
I just feel like we've always been a 7 to 10 win team with or without Kirk. So where are we again?
Exactly.
7 to 10
This team
wins.
You're
without
right.
Kirk.
You're exactly right.
Vikings history shows that 8 out of 10 seasons, they're going to be anywhere between like 7 wins and 11 wins.
Here's the thing.
And then
This
2 of those
team,
seasons, they'll go on a run like they did last year where they'll win 13, 14 games. And once every, 9 years, 10 years, 11 years, they go like 3 and 4 wins.
this team is not built to be – this team is built just good enough to win a division. This team is built to be a 500 team. Bottom line. They're not built – this team's philosophy is like, let's win the division. Let's make the playoffs, and whatever happens after that is good. So, Tuivo, shut the hell up. No, I do not want wins.
Would you take
Do
Cousins
not
over
put
wins?
that shit on me, dude. Do not.
No, Vikings fan, he doesn't want wins. That's like a too evil joke.
No, I know it is a too evil joke, but then you put me in the joke, it's not funny. But yeah, this team is not, they're not built to really, they're kind of built year by year.
Yeah.
And right now a lot of people are saying, well, it's because of Kirk's contract. Well, here's the thing. Kirk is a free agent next year, but the Vikings do want to sign him. And I also heard if they sign him early, that 28 mil that's on dead money cap goes away. I'm going to be honest. I think they sign him for that.
If we sign Kirk, that means Hunter has to go because we can't afford both of them.
No, they can afford both depending on what they sign Cousins for. But according to
but here's the thing,
they
though.
Sign him in March. That $28.3 million goes away.
Yeah, here's the thing, though. This is the whole thing. Kirk can hit free agency. He's not going to get the type of money he was going to give the Vikings. He's not. Now, Hunter hits free agency. Hunter's going to be $1 million. He's going to be a rich man.
And the Vikings cannot franchise him because it was written.
And they can't franchise him. So you're gonna lose Hunter. Now, if Brian Flores stays, and that's a big if, maybe he could talk Hunter into staying. Hunter's not going to take a hometown discount, though. He's going to want money. But here's
already done that.
Here's where the negotiation gets really sticky. Hunter wants to be paid as a defensive end. The Vikings are going to want to pay him as an outside linebacker. He wants to get paid as a defensive end.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't care if you pay him as an outside linebacker. I don't think you can get away with that because the man is first or second in sacks this year.
Maybe now he's third.
Yeah. So
and that's like with nobody to help him.
And that's with no help.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't care when they go when his agent looks at that, he goes, I don't care what you call him. You just got to pay him because look what.
But the Vikings are going. This is where it gets to be hardball in negotiation, especially with the team that don't have no money. They're going to pinch pennies as much as they can.
Mullins is. I did not know this. Mullins is technically under contract next year for $2.5 million.
Oh, I cut his ass.
So
Yeah,
if they cut him, if
I
they
would-
cut him,
I would.
cut him, it
What?
goes up to $3 million.
Here's the thing. This is going to be another problem too. This team for years has gotten backup quarterbacks that are not a threat to Kirk.
For once, Evil, you and I agree. Just to see what he has, just to see it.
Nah.
You know what?
I would give up a third for him.
Here's the thing.
Nah.
He's probably he's better than Dobbs. We don't know what we got in Jaron Hall. We'll see what we got in Jaron Hall this.
But
coming
look at the
weekend.
situation that they were in. If they had Lance, right, and let's say Lance was the second or third play quarterback, and let's just say Lance balled out, right, this year for the Vikings, we wouldn't even be talking about it.
But what about Lance got hurt and lost his job to a Mr. Irrelevant?
But what if he didn't get hurt? That's what I say. We don't
He
know.
he wasn't setting the world on fire when he was starting.
But no, what I'm saying though is where two. I don't feel you feel the same way I do. Is that if the Vikings, let's say the Vikings give up the third or the fourth to get Lance, okay?
Nah.
This situation happened this year where Cousins gets hurt, and let's say Lance stinks up the joint. Well, guess what? The quarterbacks we've had have stunk up the joint, so they don't technically lose anything.
No,
But if he balls out, then you don't have to worry about the quarterback for the future. You haven't. That's where the Trey Lance. That's where the coming from for the Trey Lance argument. We don't know because he really hasn't played. When he did play, he wasn't. I mean, I wouldn't say he was great, but we don't know.
and I'm just going to be honest. I take a chance on Lance because he's young.
Yes,
But here's the thing. We got to look at the bigger problem with the Vikings. The bigger problem is KLC.
Yeah.
It's KLC. We don't really know what Lance can do because he did get hurt. Who knows? Maybe that time he's had time to now heal up, gather some info, changes mechanics.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he's pretty decent. But do we really trust KLC to get a quarterback up here? And right, because Kirk, he doesn't have to coach Kirk.
No, Kirk. Yeah,
he doesn't have to coach Kirk, but if he's got to bring in another, I feel bad for Hall because he's going to limit Hall.
Well, here's the thing. Just going to this question right here. Not necessarily. If he lets Hall be Hall, let him move around, let him run, let him make plays, and Hall stinks up the place, yes. But if he turns Hall into Cousins and makes him be a pocket passer only and not let him use his athleticism, then yes, because that's what Cousins. That's why I blame KOC more for the debacle against Chicago than I do Dobbs. Dobbs is not a drop back passer. Dobbs is a guy who needs to play backyard football, which is why he was so good against the Falcons. That's
and also once again,
yeah.
You know what? KOC still refuses to run the ball. He still refuses.
Jordan Love has some good plays, but you could be right. He could be,
I don't know. I'm not impressed with North Dakota quarterbacks.
No, neither am I.
Speaking of North Dakota quarterbacks, I don't know why I said
no.
that.
I'm not impressed with him either.
What up, Zoe?
What's up, Zoe?
What up with y'all on
Lions
this front?
fan? How has this week of celebrations been for you?
It been different.
Yeah, Tony and I went on our Lions rant earlier.
Oh my God! I feel like they are the most annoying goddamn fan base right now.
Yeah, man.
Was all up and crying about how Vikings fans are terrible, calling them frauds and all that. I'm like,
what up, AJ Two Eva?
Lions fans had no problem calling us frauds, and now they're gonna act the victim. Please.
You know what the biggest thing, Sarah, is that they're saying that Viking fans are jealous. What the fuck do we have to be jealous about with the Lions?
I won't say jealous. We just mad the way the season ended. Shit.
We're jealous.
No, some of them are saying we're jealous.
Yeah, they're saying that we're jealous.
I ain't never heard that one.
Oh yeah, they're saying it. Yeah, they're saying it. They won't. I dare a Lions fan to get on here and say some shit to me. I doubt
they haven't been around.
I
tell you what though, shit. We better hope the bitch don't go to that damn Super Bowl. We really gonna hear.
They ain't going out there and leaving the first round, dude. What you talking
defense
about?
is not good enough. That's why they're. That's
no,
why they're
saying,
Vikings.
Chad called me a
San
homer.
Fran just 2 injuries away. Shit.
Yeah, but Zoe, look it. Mullins threw
Okay,
for over
San
400 yards.
Fran with
against them.
2 injuries is still a lot better than a healthy Lions team.
Yeah, Mullins threw for
Yeah.
over 400 yards against them.
It's just
The only
it's
reason the
just
Lions
real,
won
man.
that game is because he threw 4 picks, 3 in the red zone.
The NFC just horrible this year.
It's even.
And
Which
yes,
is what the
we're the
NFL wanted.
only
But here's
NFC
another thing.
team that has beat San Fran. No
They're
one
probably
else.
going to have to play the Rams in the first round. They ain't beating the Rams.
No.
Ain't no hell way they'll start that Rams
Hey,
offense.
you know what's
Ain't
crazy?
no way.
I can see the Rams might get back to that motherfucker depending on how they play the 49ers. I think they play week 18.
Well, no, see the one team the Rams cannot beat is the 49ers. The 49ers have won like 8 games straight against them.
I seen that.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
what's his
Chad
name?
called me a homer today because I said that.
D Woods, what's up?
I said
what
that
up, Scotty?
Ivan
D-Wood, what's
Pace
the
Jr.
deal?
was better than Jack Campbell.
What up? Who?
And
Pace
he
Jr.
was
is better
"You're
than
just
Jack
a
Campbell."
Homer. Jack
Pace
Campbell-
Jr. is a hell of a lot better than Jack Campbell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Jack
just
Campbell
real.
looks like an Iowa linebacker in the NFL.
Yeah, that just real.
Yeah.
Like,
He's bigger. I think he's bigger than Pace too. And he just looks like he looks like a slow Iowa linebacker.
If Pace was 3 inches taller, 20 pounds heavier, he would have been a second or third round pick.
Pace
his
better go
production
have
in college?
surgery, make
Was
his
his
ass
production in
taller.
college?
That's as tall as he getting, so.
He ain't getting no taller.
They
Yeah,
do
yeah.
shit overseas.
It's like it goes back to that Asher Allen when Vikings drafted Asher Allen. He was a great special teamer because he was too short to be a good
You talking
cornerback.
the cornerback?
Yeah.
Yeah,
would hit-
I liked him. I liked him though.
Yeah, I liked his ability, but he was just too damn short to play corner. That's why he was a good special teamer. Antoine Winfield is really the only short corner who did anything, and he was 5'9", 5'10".
5'8".
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
but he played like he
Hey,
was
but
like
he was
6
tough.
Yeah, but he would hit somebody. These corners
Yeah.
nowadays won't hit nobody.
yeah.
They will actually bounce off a tackle. They'll like kind of
Yeah.
touch the guy and hope he falls down, knowing damn well he won't.
Like that hit that Kirby Joseph did on JJ.
Yeah, let's go. People, let's talk about that real quick. Lion fans are saying that none of those hits that he did was dirty. I understand the hit against Hawkinson. Some Viking fans say that was dirty. That really wasn't dirty.
In
play.
defense of the defensive player,
Right.
it wasn't dirty.
But
I don't know.
that
the hit on
JJ hit was kind of questionable, but I don't know if it was
It
necessarily.
wasn't. Here's the thing.
because
This-
Harrison
this-
Smith does that all the
Hey,
time.
this is a problem. This is the NFL's problem. You've made it so as a defensive player, you can't hit anybody. You've taken away all their targets. What's left? You're taking away the hip tackle. You can't hit them a certain way. You can't use your helmet. You can't do this. How are you supposed to bring somebody down?
Well, and then on top of that, they're
No.
so inconsistent on their calls.
He lying.
Well, look at that pass interference. Look at that roughing the passer call that they got. Against,
Oh,
against
don't even
Harris.
get me started on roughing the passer in the NFL.
on Jones.
I'm sorry. Roughing the passer in the NFL is the biggest joke.
Yeah.
That play needs to be reviewed now.
yeah.
It needs to be reviewed because guess what?
That
They're
ruined the game.
calling
The
it
Vikings-
on
the
a
Lions
regular
don't-
basis.
They don't win that game if that call doesn't happen. That changes. the
Well,
whole
no, you know how they
game.
don't win the game is if that fumble is allowed that Bynum had for a touchdown,
Yeah, that's true.
the game's over. The
Yeah.
Vikings win. But no,
Yeah.
his arm was going forward. But all it takes is any kind of force to make the quarterback's arm go forward, and it's considered an incomplete pass. The NFL's got a lot of. The NFL is so lopsided towards the offense. It just you can't play defense anymore.
The Lions fans are like the Lions fans are the ones who graduated from the kids table to the adult table for the first time.
And they need to take their asses back to the kiddie table.
Come on.
No, they're talking like mad crazy though, like how the Cowboys should be afraid of them. I'm like, who's afraid of your sorry ass defense?
Cowboys gonna take a plunger to them boys. What you talking about?
It's going to be. I think it's going to be like with the
gonna be a
Cowboys played the
shootout.
Vikings.
It's gonna be a
last year.
shootout.
No, it ain't. It's gonna be 43-3 Cowboys.
Yeah.
Hell no.
The Cowboys.
No.
See, here's the thing though. The Cowboys defense is good, not as good as
And the
their offense.
Cowboys are at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're
Wow.
inducting Jimmy.
I still think
Johnson
it'll be a
to the Hall
shootout.
of Fame.
And it's a national TV, and Jerry Jones is gonna make it a point
Yep.
to run up the score.
I got that bitch going over. I don't give.
What's the over-under?
I want to say 38 or 43.
Oh, way
See,
over.
Not believe it or not, I'd rather see Dobbs. I'm done with Mullins.
They
Hey.
said Hall playing.
You're gonna have to play Hall the last. You're gonna have to play Hall the last 2 games to see what you got. With the
Unless
guy.
he gets hurt.
Right.
Unless he gets, if
Now
he
what
gets
if okay? Now what if Hall? Let's just say the best possible scenario. He gets the Vikings into the playoffs, okay, and then he leads them on a fourth quarter comeback to win. Would that be like to win the playoff game? Would that be enough for you guys to keep him? To say that he's the quarterback in the future. Don't worry about drafting a quarterback.
So let me get this straight. He wins the last 2 games. The Vikings somehow make the playoffs. We're in the playoff game, and he pulls off a comeback win.
Yes.
Is that enough for me to keep him?
Yes.
Tony, you see more football than us. So what you think?
Hell no. We still get a quarterback.
Zoe, the question he asked me the question. Sit your ass down. Here's the deal. Okay, if you take out the fact that I don't like Kirk Cousins worth a damn, he's young. He proved something to me. I bring him back. Do I make him
his
a starter?
contract would be so cheap that we would be able to bring in free agents.
He's a 5th round pick. So his contract's not
here's the
big.
thing now. If he does that, that means he got that team rallied around him. And guess what? Once you get that, if that team is behind you going into the next year and they feel like they've got something with this young quarterback, boom, you stay with the young quarterback. And it's a young team.
But you still draft one.
And they drafted him.
Yeah.
So
I was saying, but do you still draft one in the first?
You're going to have to draft one, but you can take your time now. It doesn't have to be a first rounder. It could be
You don't have to reach.
Right.
You don't have to reach. Yeah. Well, every quarterback's a reach anyway, but
you don't have to give up the farm.
You don't have to give up the farm for him. But unfortunately, see, hey JJ, but unfortunately with this organization, we can't think like that because guess what? We've got idiots running the goddamn front office, and everything's about how many tickets they can sell and how much they're better than the Packers. So,
was Quasi hired before or after Grigson?
No, Quasi brought in Grigson.
As his advisor.
But here's the funny thing. Get this. Quasi brought in Grigson, but Grigson is basically telling Quasi what to do. What's wrong with this picture? It's there really is nobody in charge out at
let me be in charge.
I'm in charge.
I'm barred. Don't let me in there. So I'm.
We done traded everybody. We ain't got no.
Yeah, talk about so. If you were in charge, we wouldn't have. We wouldn't have. We wouldn't have. They're
gonna turn us into the light. We're gonna be called like the kitty cats.
Oh God. You know the bad thing now with the Lions winning, I will never eat a Kit Kat bar. I'm sorry. I will never eat a Kit Kat bar.
I'm at the point now to where if a team's never won a Super Bowl, I don't want you all winning one.
Yep.
Not before us.
Not before
I don't want you. I don't want you even going there
because that could happen this year with the Browns.
I don't want you even near a Super Bowl.
No. So for those of you,
you know what the ultimate slap in the face would be to Viking fans this year, and actually at least to the Viking organization.
Real quick, Tony. Speaking of the Browns, I think this is where Tony's going. There's 2 reasons why winning the Browns is Super Bowl this year because they have the chance. They have a damn good team. They have a chance to do it. But there's two reasons why, as a Vikings fan, it would be a total slap in the face to them winning the Super Bowl. And one of them's the coach, one of them's the quarterback. Go ahead, Tony.
And they have Zadarius and Tomlinson.
Oh, not to mention, they have George Payton, the former GM of the Vikings.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of Vikings in Cleveland that we don't know about.
I thought George Payton was in Denver.
No, he's in Cleveland now.
No, they fired him.
They fired him.
When?
After the season last year, when Payton came, when the new ownership came in.
Oh, I thought he was in Denver too.
I thought he was still there.
No, he's in Cleveland.
Stefanski wanted to bring him in when he was still in Denver.
Wanted to bring him to Cleveland.
Yeah. Wow. So we did this. We talked about this on the Vintage Show for those of you who didn't join. If Stefanski wins the Super Bowl as the Browns head coach, which is a possibility because the team is damn good this year, he would be the 5th former Vikings coach that left to who did not get a chance to be the head coach of Minnesota that would have won a Super Bowl?
Yeah, that's Tony Dungy, Pete Carroll,
Mhm.
Tomlin.
Brian Billick,
Tomlin.
Brian Billick, Tomlin, and yeah.
And Buddy Ryan won a Super Bowl. He wasn't the
Buddy
head
Ryan
coach,
won a Super Bowl with the Bears,
but he was part
but
of
he
the
was
Vikings as
assistant
well.
coach.
Yeah. And the Flacco situation, I don't know if you guys have heard about the Flacco situation.
Oh yeah.
His first choice to sign with the team was Minnesota. The Vikings told him no
Like he
thanks.
showed no interest. That's been a talking point in the Twin Cities all week. That
I ain't worried about that. Like he is flashing.
Sure,
the
why?
pan
Why?
right now.
He's
Wood?
playing-
He Woods, really?
Flacco is playing like he did the year. Flacco
Yeah,
was
but
playing
you
like
understand though, Flacco was
And
a
at
great
this-
starter.
And at
And
this
he-
moment,
He
D
never
Woods
knew he
will
was
be
gonna do
muted.
that. He never.
listen.
You never knew.
But
I
listen.
can't be too mad at him.
But-
And at this moment, D Woods
Would you
be
rather?
muted.
Right. But Flacco
I'm
right
good.
now is playing like he did the year Baltimore won the Super Bowl.
Right.
Not really.
And guess what? D Woods, he fits KOC's offense.
Yes.
And
that's
he
the reason why
wasn't
they don't want him.
a career journeyman. He was
Yes.
a starter.
Yeah, he was a star. The man won a Super Bowl. He can still play.
Take away-
I think that one's
take
a
away-
stretch.
okay.
I'm good.
Woods, listen. Look at his career minus the Jets because the Jets are a
Any
dumpster
team,
fire.
the Jets are just a dumpster fire. Anytime you
Correct.
go to the Jets,
Correct.
you're done.
Any other team that he's played with, the man has won.
Yeah. The man has won.
And he
I
does
mean,
do well in the
He's
playoffs.
won only one time. Let's be real. He had a one match.
How many times? Okay, D Woods, how many times has Kirk? How many times has Kirk won?
Well, we
Okay.
ain't talking about Kirk. We talk about Flacco.
No.
Hold on, hey
Hey,
Tony.
Woods,
Hey,
Woods,
Tony.
let me ask you.
No,
Woods,
no.
Let me ask you a question.
Catch,
Let me ask you a
catch.
question.
Stay out of this one. Stay out of this one, Curtis. I got this.
He doesn't want to make for the Kirk.
You
so
just
bad. He calling
just
Kirk.
brought it up. You just brought it up.
Who the better quarterback, Kirk or Joe?
I still
Joe.
take Kirk.
With the way,
No, the fuck
Well-
Kirk ain't. Stop it.
Come on,
Yo.
Zoe.
I'm about to log off here, man.
okay, I have one question for you, Woods.
You
Woods,
said
I got
Dominic
one question
Williams.
for you. I have one question. One question for you. How many Super Bowls do the Ravens have? They have two.
Two.
Okay, we have none. Okay, the two quarterbacks that Baltimore won with, one was unbelievable because that defense was probably the best ever, even better than '85 Bears.
The defense carried him.
Yeah, so Trent Dilfer is a non-factor in this. So the year the Ravens won the Super Bowl with Flacco, he was the reason they won that Super Bowl. That playoff run that he had
Not
was the
really.
reason why.
Yeah,
Now you
what
sit
do
there
you
saying
mean
he
not
only has
What are you
one.
talking about, D Woods?
He only has one. You said that he only has
Didn't
one.
Terrell Suggs
Would
win-
you?
win
What would you
Defensive Player
do?
of the Year
What
that
would
year?
you do, Woods, right now to have one?
He won't
I'll
do
sell
nothing.
all y'all
Okay,
away.
he won't
So
do
I'm-
nothing.
I am just saying, man. You can't say, well, he only
I'm
has
just
one
saying,
ring.
but
Yeah, what kind of
Flacco
shit is
ain't
that?
it, man. Flacco not it, man. He's not it, man.
And D Woods is now removed from the committee.
Hey, I'd rather trust a guy who used to be a starter
Nah,
who won the
man.
Super Bowl to be the back
Well, okay,
back up.
who would you
He
trust
won a
right
Super
now?
Bowl.
For Dobbs.
Hey,
Who would you trust? That was my question. Who would you trust right now if the Vikings? Let's say the Vikings signed Flacco like they wanted to. Would you rather have Mullins, Dobbs, or Flacco as the backup?
I mean, the last time we seen Flacco, he was a straight up bum. Let's
That's
be
what
real.
for the
D
Jets.
Woods, you
He
didn't
was.
answer the question.
He was a bum.
Answer
I'm
the
just being
damn.
real.
Okay, the last time. You know what? Okay, let's bring this up.
No,
Let's
no,
bring this up.
AJ. No, AJ.
did,
The
they
Ravens
did, they
defense
did.
did not carry Flacco that year.
No, the defense did not.
Yeah, Flacco carried that
Flacco
team in the
what?
playoffs.
What was it?
Yo,
Like
so-
9-0?
About the one with Trent Dilfer that the defense
Yeah,
carried.
that's the one.
Yeah, the defense with Trent Dilfer,
Yeah.
that was
What was
2000.
Flacco, like 10 for 0 in touchdown interception ratio?
Yeah, and played the postseason, yeah.
Yeah.
Like what? Like,
Nah,
Yeah.
man. I'm good on Joe Flacco, man.
Postseason Flacco.
He was
is,
crazy, man.
not-
Well,
Hey,
George,
because
I kinda
hindsight
get
is
it.
2020,
Well,
man.
You know, D Woods, I'm just going to tell you, I used to respect your opinion. I used to think highly of you. But then with that comment, I'm starting to think you're the real Lions fan.
Well, George, the reason we're talking about it is because the Vikings had a chance to sign him and they didn't.
Yeah,
And look at the
but I
quarterback
understand
situation.
why they didn't. He was a bum. He was a bum, man. Last time we seen him with the
What was Josh Dobbs?
What was
he
Nick
was a bum.
Mullins?
That's
He was a
Zoe
bum,
guy.
too.
That's Zoe guy. He's a bum too.
I
Zoe
don't
said he
know.
was gonna be the next.
Okay,
He's a
okay.
bum.
What
What about Mullins? Mullins, okay,
He's a bum too.
okay.
What
So,
about Kirk Cousins?
but at least one of those bumps
Your
is one.
choices are this, though.
That's
Your
my
choices
quarterback.
are a bum with a Super Bowl ring or two bums with no rings. Who
Well,
you
tell you
going
what.
with?
That's
Hey,
one of a
Hey,
ring of me,
Woods,
not a bum.
Woods, can we turn around your camera so we can see Kirk Cousins sitting there going, yeah.
Good PR. Come on, man.
Nah,
I
man.
love you. Hey, Woods, you know I like Cousins almost as much as you do. So I'm not railing on Cousins right now.
I'm
but-
just saying, Flacco was a bum, man. I think Flacco still is a bum. Like, I'm not finna. I just feel like the media, they basically try to make their own darling and make their own kind of stories up. Like, nobody really wanted Flacco when he was on the couch. Like, the last time we seen Flacco with the Jets, he couldn't even throw the ball downfield.
It's
So-
the Jets.
Yeah,
Steve
neither could
Woods.
Zach Wilson.
It's the Jets.
I mean, he's
Oh,
still
okay.
okay.
I have a friend of mine who's a Jets fan, and even
I'm
though
sorry, how is he doing?
Flacco, well, she was alive when they won the Super Bowl in '69. So,
Was she at Woodstock too?
no,
She's old enough.
no, she definitely did not go to Woodstock. For the Jets, her and some of the Jets fans that she hangs out with, even though Jack Flacco wasn't playing great, like he said, and he got replaced by Wilson. After watching Wilson for 2 games, they're like,
okay. D Woods, you want to talk about bums at quarterback?
Yeah.
You want to? The only thing Zach Wilson got for him is he's trying to bang somebody's mom.
Yeah.
And where y'all get that shit from? What happened with that?
That's what he
no.
did.
Oh, dude, you didn't know about that?
You ever heard the story?
You ever heard about
That's what
that?
he did. Yeah,
Zach
that's what he
Wilson
did.
is like, I guess something happened where he hooked up with one of his mom's best friends, and he's done it more times than not. He's done it quite a few times. He's got this
I
thing
know
that he likes
He
milk.
was young and
Older
dumb
woman.
and forgot to make her sign an NDA.
Yeah, and she talked.
Oh, that boy pimping. That boy.
Well, yeah, he is. I give him
All
credit.
right, I
He
got a
is.
question for y'all. I just had to look this up. So Joe Flacco, when he won a Super Bowl, he won against the San Francisco 49ers 34-3, right?
34 to 31.
34-31, right?
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
I remember that game. I remember one of the reasons why they won that game. I think Jacoby Jones ran for like a kickoff return or something like that.
That was the one where the lights went out. And
Yeah,
Jacoby-
that was
yeah.
Flacco.
It wasn't. They didn't win because of Flacco. Now
How many touchdown passes he throw?
he threw 3.
he threw
How
3 and he
many
threw one of them to Jacoby Jones.
He threw 3.
Yeah,
He
in
threw
the back
3.
of the how many interceptions?
That playoff run. Come on.
That Super Bowl.
That playoff run was good, but I still ain't. Man,
Okay.
And also, it came down.
Hey, Tony. Hey,
Huh.
Tony and Kirk. He is a Kirk fan, bro. He not gonna see shit we see, man.
I'm just not finna prop up Joe
You
Flacco,
think
man.
You think Kirk is better than Joe?
He is.
With
Kirk is
13
in front
years
of-
in the NFL with no Super Bowl ring and no playoff wins.
Man,
Oh, no,
Kirk
he
is
got
better
one.
than-
D was
as of-
right
as-
now saying,
as
I
we
like
talking about
that.
right now.
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
like
Joe,
that.
So Zach Wilson's ex accuses him of sleeping with his mom's best friend's mom. So she broke up with him because he slept with his best friend / roommate's mom, and he denied it. Then finally, in an interview, he was pressed and he finally admitted to it.
I mean, I can't be
So
mad
that's
for
where
that.
the
But,
milk
you know,
comes from.
if he could turn that kind of thing onto the football field, he might be a winner. I'm just
Man,
saying.
the Jets is horrible, man.
Yeah, he's a terrible quarterback, but I'm sure he's. Never mind. It's still early.
It ain't after midnight yet.
My wife says that's kind of weird and doesn't understand why. But
Oh, there's weirder stories than that. Trust
That's
me.
way weirder stories.
kind of reminds me of the LeBron James and Delonte West story with Delonte West.
Is that shit true?
LeBron James
That's
as well.
true.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I don't know if that
That's true.
shit true. Is that shit true?
That's shit true.
It's
man.
true.
I
Yeah.
never seen nobody confirm that shit though.
LeBron don't want to get out.
LeBron don't
Yeah.
want to get out, dude.
You can't control that shit, though. Shit. Grown ass man.
Hey, and she a grown woman. She did what she wanted to do too, right?
Yeah.
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 You see Delonte West now. He wish he did it.
Hey, for
That's
real.
the worst thing he had in his life. Shit.
Have you seen Delonte West?
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
bold, man.
Oh,
You
man.
might need to go out to him though. That's bold.
Yeah. So Woods and Zoe and the guys who just joined in. Yes, Mom, I was talking about Peggy. That's my mom's like. She's been friends.
Hey,
with
ask
this lady
Mama
since-
Kirk. Hey, ask Mama Kirk how she feeling about Michigan beating up on Alabama Monday night. Yeah.
So Tony and I went on our Lions rant earlier about how they're new to the playoffs. They don't know how to win.
Yeah, we had a live with them like me and Zoe two
Yeah, I'm
times.
tired.
Right, and I brought up the
I'm
comment.
Lions,
The
man.
one,
I heard about that.
hey, Woods, who was the one Lions fan who said Stafford ain't coming into Detroit and winning? The kind of the guy with the beard, the white guy with the beard.
I don't know none of them dudes like that. Them Zoe guys.
Well, those said they were your guys.
Who are your dudes?
Those said they were your guys.
Oh my god. That's bold, dog. Hey, tell them people right now, though, bro. Don't do that, man.
Yeah, I met them dudes online. That's all, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
No, I don't know which one it was. I think it was Blues and
He had the
Yeah.
weird.
Silver.
He had the weird handle, Twitter handle.
Blue and Silver, and then the other one was
No, not the guy that looks like Lord
Malone.
Fishburne.
what's the other guy's name, man? Damn.
I don't know, but man, I'm tired. I talk about the Lions all day on Christmas. I'm tired of talking about their ass.
Yeah.
Hey, we cooked them though. We cooked them though. We cooked them pretty good.
But what I'm saying, yeah, you held guys.
Well, here's what happens tomorrow night. Tomorrow night they probably get a beat down.
Yes.
I hope so.
So here's the thing: if they get if they get their asses kicked in Dallas, and then they play us next weekend, they're probably going to rest their starters.
Yeah, they're playing for nothing.
They're
can't
playing
move
for
up or move
nothing.
down.
Right. Yeah, they're playing for nothing. So if Dan Campbell was smart, which we know he's not, he will probably, but they are going to get the shit beat out of them tomorrow night. Physically, they're going to get beat up.
Man, I don't got
Yeah,
no.
Dylan, that show was
Cowboys
pretty
ain't shit
funny,
to
man.
me.
Huh?
The Cowboy and Lions about neck to neck.
No, they ain't. No, they're not.
Detroit.
Okay, that Lions defensive line against the Cowboys offensive line. Who you going with?
Detroit defense is here.
Yeah,
Dallas
the Cowboys don't run the football though.
Oh, they'll run it tomorrow.
And Dak, Dak gonna throw some interception. He throw that bit 38, 40 times.
He'll also throw 4 TD.
Okay, they couldn't cover
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson. They ain't gonna be able to cover the Dallas receiver.
Yeah, they can't cover.
Oh, boy.
What makes you think they're going to cover CD Lamb?
Yeah.
What makes you think Hutchinson's going to get as much pressure on Dak as he did on Mullins?
Which was
That's
not.
that.
Was
That's
zero.
that inner Lion fan, and
just-
you're telling you something different. So that's all that is.
No, I'm just being real at the same time. I like that run game.
They had two guys covering JJ and they couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But CeeDee Lamb to me ain't no JJ level at all.
Either I don't think he is
I
either.
would know
CeeDee Lamb
CeeDee got
was-
better this year, but
Was that
I
CD
don't
Lamb
know
that cooked
like
us the
that.
last time?
All I got to do is say one name with an immobile Jared Goff, Micah Parsons.
He talked too much. I don't like him.
I don't
He
like
talk
him
too
either,
much.
man.
Yeah, he talked too much. He don't ever back shit up when the time to.
He's stick to
He'll
doing a
back it up
podcast.
tonight. He'll back it up tomorrow night.
He needs to stick to doing a podcast because that's what he's good at. I don't like Michael.
Yeah,
Parsons.
he talked too much, bro. I don't like all that shit. I don't like that.
Oh, some people consider
Okay,
the
you don't like him
linebacker-
because he talks too much?
He don't back it up.
Backing up.
He don't back it up. Against Scrubs, he back it up.
That's
There's
usually
your
how it works, though.
He's gonna back it up.
Here's your
against
answers,
them.
though.
That's usually how it works.
Tony's
When it,
funny
when
as
the
hell.
when the competition gets up there, loudmouths like that got a tendency to not still have that fire.
But also for real though, it really don't matter who win. I think the 49ers coming out the NFC for real.
Still,
Yeah.
You still say Niners?
Who could beat
I don't
them?
know no more, man. It's
How?
it's a
The
toss-up
Ravens.
for me.
If the
Ravens-
49ers are healthy, there ain't nobody beating them in
The
NFC.
Ravens is different from the NFC. Ain't no team in the NFC could
Okay.
mess with the 49ers.
You think
Lamar Jackson beat every NFC team he played.
You think Philly is basically done?
I
now?
don't think Baltimore gets out.
Philly-
I don't think
Philly is
Baltimore
done.
gets out of the AFC though.
I think Philly's done.
I don't think Baltimore gets out of the AFC.
Who gonna beat them? The Browns?
The Browns.
The Browns defense
Stop
can stop
playing,
that
man.
offense, man.
Stop playing. Y'all
Didn't they
tripping.
lose
Stop
to the
playing.
Browns already?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
They did lose to
beat
the
them.
Browns.
Lamar just threw a fluky interception, a pick six, and they won like
I don't.
7.
I don't think you can win with Lamar Jackson.
Hey, y'all remember we had that show beginning of the season and we talked
That's
about
the MVP of the NFL, man.
MVPs and Defensive Player of the Year. Y'all remember who y'all picked?
I wasn't on that show.
I don't think I was on that show.
I remember. I
I
think Zoe was there. I told you. I said Lamar Jackson MVP, and
I said Lamar Jackson too.
No, you
Nobody
didn't.
should get
Who I
MVP
say?
this year. No
You said
one
Kirk Cousins.
Man,
qualifies.
me.
The only person. Believe it or not, here's my pick for MVP. Debo Samuel.
Hell no.
Look at that 49ers. Look at the 49ers team without Debo Samuel.
No, Lamar
Look at that
Jackson,
offense.
man. Stop playing. Why people playing my boy? I don't like that, man.
What?
Look at
Why they playing my
49ers
boy
record
Lamar
without
like that?
Debo
No,
Samuel.
Lamar gonna get it. Lamar gonna get it. He deserve it. And
Look
I
at
want him
the-
to
look
get
at
it.
Lamar, you know what? You know who does Lamar deserves it because Lamar has nothing to work with.
Them receivers ass.
He has nothing,
And it's the first time he's been this healthy in 2 seasons.
which is uncommon.
So if
for
he
him.
don't get MVP, he has to get comeback player of the year.
And y'all know what I seen too, though? They said Lamar Jackson right now with 2 games left got the same number Peyton Manning had when he won in 08. The same passer rate and everything. That's
in 08?
Yeah, Peyton Manning won in 08.
Manning won it in.
Nope.
No, he won it in 06.
Was that the co-MVP with Steve McNair?
No, ain't
No,
no.
08 was won by the Giants.
No, I said NFL MVP.
I'm finna look it up right now.
Yeah,
It wasn't
that
no
was
Giants who? Flowers, okay. Flowers ain't shit. Who the fuck is Flowers? Zay Flowers?
Zay Flowers.
That was Peyton Manning in 08. Yeah.
Yeah,
Was it Peyton Manning in 08?
They got the same numbers, and Lamar got 2 games left with the same record and everything. No, I think Lamar's record is 1 game better.
Well,
He's gonna get Lamar's gonna get an extra game because they're playing 17.
those
Yeah.
records are really.
I'm saying though,
really
it's 2
can't.
games left, but the records.
Yeah, but I mean, records nowadays are going to be breaking old records. Are not going to be as much as the extra game.
man.
Lamar
Lamar, I
deserve
think he
it.
win a Super Bowl this year for real. If
Who
he
do you
stay
got?
healthy.
Who do you have, Zoe?
I got the Ravens. Lamar just stay healthy, man. They defense is nasty. They deep. Ooh,
Their defense
Somebody-
is not. Their defense
Okay,
is not
so
as
I'll
good as
put it
people
this
think
way.
is.
I'll ask all you guys: what team do you think is going to surprise us in the playoffs?
I don't think nobody.
I'm saying Cleveland.
The Minnesota
Yeah.
Vikings.
Cleveland.
Can we just mute D Woods?
I don't know. It's hard to say, man. Like
I
say
think
Baltimore.
it'll be the Ravens and Niners. I
Again.
don't see no surprise.
Well, if you go by NFL conspiracy, the NFL logo is purple and red.
If that's the case, it's Baltimore and San Francisco.
Hey, 2 Evil say lying to the Super Bowl. They
Come
will go
on, man.
crazy.
Two Evil also says we want Wentz as a quarterback.
Oh damn! Well,
2
2
Evil says a lot of things we don't
knocked
agree
out the
with.
box.
So the Browns are pretty much first in every category.
You know what team we're not talking about that nobody's mentioning? The Miami Dolphins.
They too soft. They like the
and
Vikings. They soft, but they
the
scored.
Ro-
They
the
stay
Ravens-
score.
They score, yeah, but they also give up points.
the
And they
Ravens-
gonna
They
Super Bowl, we
could
know.
have broken that record on Denver, and they chose not to. I would have been like, "Fuck that shit."
I'd have broke that record.
I'd have broke the
Let me
record.
ask y'all that,
I'd have
though.
broke the record.
I'd have broke the
Let me ask
record.
y'all this though.
Hmm.
How y'all feel about Sean Payton, the way he treating Russell Wilson, man?
He a sucker for that.
Yeah,
he
it's
is.
He a
yeah.
sucker
He's
for that. I don't like it, man. I don't like it.
I
I
just
didn't like Sean.
You mean butthole face?
He,
Yeah.
hey, he a
You
fraud
got,
though,
like,
man. He a
punchable
fraud.
Face.
He a fraud, man.
I didn't
don't
like
him
Sean
at
Payton
all.
from the start, and then when he did what he did here, that just made me hate him even
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, I think the
I don't know
AFC
why he
Championship
gets,
games
like,
could be
so
Miami and
much,
Cleveland.
like so much praise when he's won 1 damn Super Bowl.
And
And it needs to have an asterisk because they was cheating, hitting
Yeah,
motherfucking
and that
dirty.
was the
Yes.
year he was like
Yeah.
bouncing people.
And guess what? now you know what's his name took the blame for it. The defensive coordinator.
Greg
Right.
Williams.
Well,
That
somebody
shit
got
was on Peyton.
Yeah,
That was
he knew
all
shit was-
Peyton.
He knew that shit was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's doing it in Denver now.
So
He like,
Exactly.
hey, I don't know shit. Go ahead. Look,
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn a blind eye.
So my AFC Championship game is Miami Cleveland. NFC Championship game is going to be San Fran LA.
My AFC Championship is I'm gonna put it out there. Baltimore Cleveland. NFC Championship.
The same team going against each other.
No, I don't got the Eagles going.
NFC Championship. I'm gonna say it. San Francisco and the Rams.
Eagles
Yeah, I
are going
like
to be
that.
one and done.
Yeah,
People figured out Philadelphia.
It ain't that though. Philly lost their OC and DC. That shit hard to replace.
And
And
they
they-
actually,
oh, by the way, they replaced their DC with Matt Patricia.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How bad do you have to be replaced by Matt Patricia? Seriously.
Let me ask y'all a real question. Since we talking about the NFC North, I see the shit in the background. What is the state of the Minnesota Vikings right now?
You really want to know?
Well, we haven't got there yet. We talked about the Lions and we talked about the Bears. We got sidetracked. But we have not talked about the Packers or
Okay,
the
but
Vikings
I'm gonna
yet
tell y'all
because
this
they're
right
playing
now.
this week.
Go ahead, Catch.
Well, I was going to get into that. I think the Bears are going to still be the Bears. I think they're 4 or 5 years. I don't think Jordan Love is going to be the Packers savior, so I think the Packers are going to be. I think all four teams in NFC North. You can't say what they're going to be like the next couple of years.
Did you guys hear what I told everybody at the top of the Vintage Show? The news I had?
No, I heard it. You know, I was there, Tony. You know, I was there against.
You heard it, right?
You know, I was in
didn't hear
history
it, Tony.
class.
Well,
He ain't show up to history class.
Because I'm in the AP class. That's why.
Ooh.
what you trying to say? D Woods, a special ed bus broke down?
No, that means I'm ahead of him. That's all.
Hold on. Stop
Here's-
talking
Were you
about
in third
everything.
grade? You're in fourth grade.
I'm just a year
Hold
ahead.
on.
That's all.
So since D Woods didn't hear it, Sarah, you might have heard it too, but you might have. I mean,
Well,
it started
George probably
here in
did.
Twin Cities.
Yeah.
Everybody left.
I'm not
Here's
sure.
what's going on.
Podcast.
KOC and Brian Flores are not communicating with each other.
First of all, let's get this in.
Wait,
They're not talking.
Hey, Tony, can I say something real quick?
No.
Are we gonna
No.
get a Mike Zimmer and North Turner fight right now? What can we get one? Just don't hit people in the
I don't
eye.
know if that happens. If that
That's
happens,
all,
they better
man.
call the
If that
ambulance.
happens, I got $100 on Flores in
I was gonna say,
for 20 seconds.
If that happens, they need to call the ambulance for KOC.
Yeah.
Mr. Nice guy ain't gonna fight nobody.
First of all,
Let's
Gil,
just talk
welcome
about
back.
this.
I hope everything is good. It's been a while since you've been here, so appreciate you coming back.
Ooh.
Okay, guys, go ahead. Yeah.
Who you
But I mean,
talking
it's they're not speaking. Okay.
about? I want to speak to his ass. nigga.
There's no direction in the front office. I've said this before, but my connection's telling me it's really obvious now. Grigson's calling the shots.
You better be having some connection, not yourself, man.
You know what, Zoe? Just like that motherfucker, shut the hell up. With your undercover Detroit Lions ass.
Why I gotta do that though? Like, why I gotta be undercover line? That's crazy.
Because you got
Like,
blue
let
on
me
right
know.
now.
Because you
Yeah,
got
look at
blue
that
on.
Hawaiian blue on your
Yeah.
shirt.
And you
This
live
a
in
work-
Detroit.
This a work shirt.
Oh,
Oh, now it's a work shirt?
Oh, so you work for the Lions?
Yeah,
too?
you went for the Lions.
No, this-
Well, let's just say something. We all
Oh,
know
this
people in
Amazon
Detroit are
shirt,
talking
though.
about. We all know people in Detroit are talking about the Lions because
Yeah.
the other two teams. Yeah. So,
But there is a disconnect out there. And then with the news of Flacco coming
Yeah.
out, people are going to start, especially up here in the Twin Cities, they've got to start asking the hard questions. So we'll see what happens. But
Who's to say Flacco would have flourished with us?
He wouldn't have. He wouldn't
We-
have.
okay, to me, the problem's greater than the quarterbacks. The problem is KOC.
I know that. But look though,
That's
fuck
the
the
problem.
Lions.
here's
Because
the
the Lions
Flacco.
sacrificed my Detroit Pistons, man.
What? Yeah, the
Wait a
Pistons
minute.
lost like 29
Wait a minute. Are you talking about the Detroit Pistons who are on a 29-game losing streak?
The Lions sacrificed them this year, man.
I don't know what Zoe talking about right now, man. Go ahead, finish.
So what are you
Sorry,
smoking,
sorry.
dude?
He just
What you
showed you
mean?
right there.
What are you smoking that you're
I
talking
told
about?
you,
Shit?
the
What I'm
Lions
saying-
sacrificed the Pistons for this.
But what I'm saying what I'm saying is, could Flacco play as well with the Vikings as he's playing with the Browns? We
Hell
don't
no.
know.
He got
My
Travis
point
Etienne.
is,
You know what? It wouldn't have hurt. He
my point is,
program.
could
He
he
fixed
have
the-
done worse than what Mullins and Dobbs have done?
I don't
Hell
think.
yeah,
I don't think
hell
he's
yeah.
done
You
worse.
seen him at the Jets last year.
That's the
Now,
Jets.
why you keep bringing up last year?
And
I'm
that's
just saying.
and
Y'all
the
said
Jets.
if he did worse. I said yes.
Name the last good quarterback for the Jets. I'll wait.
The last two
Mark
quarterbacks?
Sanchez.
Dude, you way off.
Name the what?
Last
The
two
last-
quarterbacks
last
for
good
the Jets.
The last good quarterback for the Jets.
Besides Joe Namath,
Brett
Richard
Favre.
Todd, Ken O'Brien was the last one.
Yeah.
And that was in the 80s. That's when I graduated from high school, for
The
God's
Jets
sake.
went to the
40 years
championship
ago.
game
Didn't they have
in
Vinny
spite of
Testaverde, too?
Sanchez, not because of
They haven't they had Vinny in the 2000s, Vinny Testaverde.
But Sanchez
They had
ain't
Chad
no bad, though.
Pennington.
Sanchez was okay.
Pennington was probably the last good one.
Sanchez.
Sanchez was
Pennington
okay.
was the guy that was Randy Moss's quarterback, right?
Chad
And
Pennington.
Pennington was,
his
yeah.
college in college at Marshall, yes.
Yep, Pennington was. But that was the last. Pennington was probably the last one.
But didn't Sanchez take him? Well, not.
Oh
he
yeah,
The defense
Sam
did, man.
But he
Rex
was
Ryan
part
was
of-
that
part of
coach.
that
That
team.
defense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was part of that team. So,
Yep.
so
Yeah.
Tony, finish telling us about the organization in flux, man.
Well,
Well, I
one
think all four teams are in flux, to be honest with
All
you.
four
Just to finish
teams,
my
but
thought. Yeah.
with the
Yeah, I
home
want to see
team.
how great the Lions are gonna look next year without Ben Johnson.
And with the first place schedule.
Yes, that
Yeah.
that's
Oh, I can tell you right now, the Lions, they won 11 games this year. That probably drops down to 7 or 8 next year.
What you mean?
So on
Oh, you
KOC,
talking about record?
Next
beat
year's
Brown
record, yeah.
Oh.
like because of the front office or whatever. Like,
Well, the whole thing is it's starting to be a divide now in the locker room because Flores was once a head coach. So you've got a lot of players that are gravitating towards the former head coach because he's done it. Where
And-
KOC, he's brand new to it, and his way of doing it, some of these players aren't buying into.
And that game against, was it the Bears, where
Yeah.
Flores wanted to call a timeout and KOC ignored him?
Oh, the Bengals.
Bengals. That probably didn't help either.
No, and it was on
Yeah, but then
camera.
they said in the presser that Flores wanted KOC to take a timeout because of where they were spotting the ball, but the call had already come down that it was spotted correctly.
KOC little boy Brian Floor. He did.
But see, here's the thing: when you listen to
I'm the head coach. Get out of here. I'm the head coach.
here's the thing: when you listen to a Viking presser, take it with a grain of salt because they're going to put it out there that's presser friendly, and nobody in the press is going to challenge them on anything they say.
yeah, that's true.
That's the whole thing. And see, with a Viking presser, I can't listen to KLC. I just can't because nobody sits there and will ask him the hard questions. Nobody.
So Tony,
Put
think
me-
about it
put
like
me
this,
up
though,
there.
right? If they really at odds with each other, KLC and Brian Flores, like KLC is kind of like stuck in a hard place because it's like you hired the guy on your coaching staff, you can't fire him because he did a good job. So you got to hope that he gets a head coaching job so you don't have to deal with him no more.
Or Brian Flores could just resign.
I don't see him doing that though.
I don't know why you don't. Man, I might want to work with KOC.
Well, here's what. Okay, you guys got to look at the complete picture as far as coaching goes. There's more than X's and O's,
Right.
okay? Especially as a head coach. Now, you go into the season, you know your defense is not experienced. You know your defense is young. You know that defense cannot be on the field that long. You know they're going to give up some big plays. We've seen that. As an offensive coordinator, you need to work with your defense to make sure they're not on the field that long. How do you do that? You play ball control.
He can't do it.
KOC can't do it. KOC refuses to run the ball. How do you play ball control? You run the ball. KOC won't run the ball.
That's crazy.
That doesn't help. This team was what, the kings of 3 and outs last year?
Yeah. and
It's
they
no
damn near-
better this year. No better.
So just to answer this question, they play the NFC West and the AFC South next year.
Yeah. Yep.
Man, hopefully I can
Plus
get one of them home.
the wherever Vikings finished with its third, second.
Wherever they finished with the East and with the
South.
South.
And then
So-
the one extra AFC team, I think, is from the East because this year it was North.
Is it going to be an AFC team or an NFC team?
Well, the extra game is always against the other conference.
It ain't
So the
okay,
AFC's odd game is always against the NFL, the NFC,
And the Vikings will have an extra home game next year.
Yeah, and it's always going to be against the
Happy New Year's to everybody.
Well, you a few hours early, ain't you, Rizzo?
We've been celebrating all week. We don't know what day it is.
Yeah, you a few hours early, but Happy New Year.
So they play
The
against the
Lions
whole
are playing
NFC
tomorrow
West.
night.
Yeah, they got the NFC West next year.
I'm gonna love that. I'm gonna love that. Just let that Rams game. Let the Vikings come to.
No, the Rams are coming here. D Woods.
Ah man, come on, man.
No,
Yeah.
wait, the Rams coming here?
No, let me see. The Vikings home games are Arizona and San Fran. The road opponents are LA and Seattle.
They're going to LA.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, the Vikings do not have an overseas game next season. Hopefully,
That's man.
They
They gotta
gotta
stop.
San
They
Fran.
gotta
they-
stop forcing those.
They do play Jacksonville on the road.
They ain't shit.
oh shit,
So
that
Jacksonville plays in London.
Jacksonville game could be in
Yeah,
London.
they play in
Yeah,
London
that's
every
the
year,
most
though.
easy.
Jacksonville does.
Jacksonville is every year because
Yeah.
the owner is originally from London. He's London,
Yeah.
and that's a team they've talked about if they're going to move a team over to Europe.
They need
It's
to.
been
but
Jags
They
Jags
need
ain't-
to go
Jags
ahead and
ain't
try it
shit.
out. Go ahead and try it out.
It ain't going to work, but you know,
But how would you do that though? Like with like the schedule, they'll have to have 2 games over there, or if somebody flies over there. Like how?
well,
would you
no,
do
what
that?
they'll have to
about-
do is,
what-
well, now, but see, here's the weird thing. Now, the teams are coming back here, and even the ones that play in London, they used to get a bye week. They don't get a bye week
You don't get a
anymore.
bye week anymore.
So
The way
guess
they
what?
talked about it is if they expanded into Europe, it would be at least 2 to 4 teams. And then how it would work was if you were on the road, and they were, let's say that team in Europe was in your division, you would go over there, you would play both teams back to back, and then the same thing with them when they came over, they would play back to back. So it wouldn't be 1 week at home in London and 1 week on the road.
It's
it would be
D
at least 2 or
Woods.
3 games in a row at home, and then go back to 2 or 3
Good.
games on.
So if
at
they
home.
add 2 more teams, that changes the divisions again.
And
Right.
then how does Monday night and Thursday night games work?
You're going to have to eliminate one or the other.
Yeah,
Thursday
I'll-
night.
I hope Thursday night because Monday night
I
has
would
been
give
around
it
a lot
more.
longer.
I would get rid of Thursday night. You know what
Thursday
games
night.
I get rid of? I would get rid of Thursday night and Sunday night.
Sunday night football?
Yep. I'd get rid of
What?
Sunday night football.
What?
Yep.
Tell me why, Tony. Tell me why. Because I like Sunday night.
He be
I'm
sleep.
already stressing out about
Guys, don't forget about this.
football.
The NFL announced this. There's a game in
Okay,
Brazil.
first of all, you two youngsters, you couldn't have dealt with shit back in the day because football was over by 7:00. It was over. You didn't have. You would have. I mean, when I was in high school, they would have the occasional Sunday night game, but in the '90s, when they signed the new TV deal and all the cable companies popped up, the NFL started doling out Sunday night games. TNT had Sunday night games. ESPN had Sunday night games. You know, but as time went on and there was more money involved in TV, you would start getting. Then NBC got to Thursday night games.
Yeah,
But
Sunday
here's the
night
thing.
actually, I think, has higher ratings than Monday Night Football.
Right, but here's the thing, though. Sunday night football actually fucks with the players.
Yeah,
Fuck
If
them. They
it's-
making millions.
especially number
Fuck
8
them.
for Minnesota, who can't seem to play a good game after noon.
Yeah, but we won't have to worry with him anymore anyway. So fuck it.
I love you, Woods. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, I mean, I just, there is such, I mean, people love football. That's the bottom line. But guess what? There can be such a thing as too much.
True.
Yeah,
And here's my thing,
oversaturation.
too. Here's my other thing. You've got high school football, you've got college football, then you got pro football.
Friday, Saturday.
It used
Sunday.
to be, you guys won't remember this,
I do.
Thursday and Fridays, high school.
Yep.
Saturdays, some Friday and Saturdays, colleges. Sunday and Monday was the NFL.
Yeah.
The NFL has gotten to be this big money-making machine that they're stomping on high school football and college football to make that money. And it just, you know what? You don't need the money. You're not hurting for the money. And now,
Mhm.
here's a kicker. Guess what next year? Christmas falls on what, a Tuesday? That's usually the NBA day, right?
Right.
NFL wants to put games on Tuesday for Christmas because guess what? The way they handled the NBA this year in the ratings and the cash, they want to do it again.
Hell yeah, NBA soft as hell.
They want to do it again, but that's a money
NFL
grab.
too.
That's
You know
a money
what?
grab.
Well, like NBA and baseball, it's like I feel like it's not as popular because they play so many damn games that you can lose one.
Well, and the
I don't
biggest
think
thing with
162
baseball
is
now.
enough.
Here's the thing with baseball. They've put so many rules in baseball to make the game go faster. I can't watch it. I literally can't watch it.
It's
And I wasn't the biggest baseball fan, but there's a nuance.
baseball. The time of a baseball game is gone from almost 4 hours down to 2.5.
Not even. Some games are done in an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, the average time is 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, and I blame you motherfuckers that play video games. I'm sorry, I just do.
When there's like 100 games, though, it's like people aren't going to be as interested because
Nah.
it's like, oh well.
And that's the thing about it too. It's like baseball, it's kind of like a marathon.
Yeah,
You don't really start paying attention to baseball till like August.
Exactly.
So, but with
unless your team's good all year.
entrenched all year, but because it is every week. But I mean, you still got that one condensed season, especially with football. Those 3 months, you've still got your high school teams. You've still got your college teams who are looking for fans too. And then you've got this juggernaut known as the NFL who wants to take all eyes off of all football and just put eyes on their product. And let's be honest, their product sucks at times. Their product is hard to watch.
That's sort of like how the draft is like a traveling circus now. It used to only be in
You know
New
what?
York.
And I remember when the
They
draft.
keep doing it over and over with somewhere else.
Yep. I remember when the draft
It's
was
in Detroit
12
this year.
rounds one day. It was held in a hotel in New York,
In the lobby, yeah.
and ESPN televised it. And they went the whole thing was 12 hours.
Well,
it was damn near a whole day.
Speaking of the draft, we all need to watch the draft for one reason only. If the Vikings
watch
do not
Zoe
pick,
have a
if the
meltdown
Vikings
because
do
they
not
don't
pick
get
a
the franchise
quarterback in the first round, Zoe will get arrested on that stage.
Yep. Zoe's getting arrested.
No, hey catch. I changed my tune. I ain't want no quarterback in the first round. Give me a center.
You ain't drafting the center in the first
I'm
round.
drafting a center.
Why the Vikings did it?
D. Woods, don't say that. This is the Vikings we're talking about.
I know they did it already,
I don't
but
want
we
no
ain't doing it
quarterback in
again.
round one. Catch
No, the
no more.
guy they're looking at, early mock drafts have him taking the he's a big nose tackle.
I like it.
Yeah.
He's a big nose tackle, which we need help on both sides of the
Yeah,
line.
give
So
me
I ain't
a-
gonna
give
bitch
me a
about
Well, they
it.
just re-signed Bradbury, so that's not going to happen. So
You could cut Bradbury with no money ties.
You could cut him. Yes, you could.
Yeah,
I don't
he
think they're
gotta-
going to though.
I don't think they're going to either.
If
They
you ever hear,
won't-
if you ever hear KOC talk about Bradbury, he ain't going
Well,
anywhere.
at the end of the day, I'm ready to move on for KOC, man. I'm tired of his ass.
But the problem is, it's only year 2.
Yes.
Yeah, he'd be going mid-season.
There's other
next year
teams that would
or
get rid
end
of a
next
coach.
But
year.
but here's
That's
the
why I
thing.
want a quarterback in round one because he ain't gonna be
Here's
here
the
next
thing,
year.
Catch. Guess what? The only thing that keeps KOC here is in fraudulent 13 wins he had last year.
Come on, man.
But what I'm saying is, if you look at Vikings history, the way they, especially since the Wilfs have been here, there are teams that will fire a head coach after 1 or 2 seasons.
Arizona.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
You get fired.
I got a history lesson for you. Back in the 70s, the LA Rams brought in George Allen. Shut up, Zoe. Brought in George Allen to be their coach, right? They brought in George Allen, who was their coach before. They brought him back. 2 preseason games he loses, and they fire him
Again?
in preseason.
I ain't never seen that one happen before.
They fired him in preseason.
Maybe that's why KOC don't play the starters. He's like, I ain't losing with my starters a preseason game. Play my backups.
Yeah, dude got fired. But I mean, with KOC, here's the thing. You're not okay. Here's what could happen. Chargers hire Harbaugh. Harbaugh turns the Chargers into this Super Bowl team.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who looks like a fool for not hiring Harbaugh when you had him in the building for a day and a half?
Minnesota.
I don't
Thank
know.
you.
I'm not on that Harbaugh train, so
Harbaugh is
Well,
a good coach, though. I ain't
look
gonna
at
lie.
his
He's a good
he
coach.
has a proven record, Sarah.
The guy can win, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah, can I ask you a question? Cause I know Sarah used to be on my ass. Like, No, she did though. I remember she used to say shit like that. But what made KOC a good coach to you?
No, I was on your ass because you guys were blaming him for everything when the defense gave up all these points. And my point was that how are you going to be hard on him when it's the defense that gave up points? And if you're going to be fair, then you need to be fair to both.
But here, I'll answer that. I can answer that. So let me answer that question. Here's how you're hard on KOC when the defense gives up that many points and yards. You're hard on KOC because KOC is the offensive coordinator who does not put together a game plan for ball control to help out that defense so they're not on the field. He will not run the ball. He throws too much. He still has too many 3 and outs. That's on KOC.
But Sarah,
no points.
I know exactly what Sarah's talking about.
But we scored 7 points at the halftime.
The reason we killed KOC on that was, yes, he actually did run the ball again. She's talking against the Cincinnati game.
Oh, the tush push.
But here's the thing. No, not just that. When they had the ball, they had the chance to run out the clock. The reason we criticized KOC is because he ran the ball up the middle. Running the ball up the middle was not working the whole game. If he would have ran the ball to the outside and the Bengals stopped it, we would not have been killing him.
Okay, we're talking about the Bengals game. Let's bring this up. Tyson Chandler's having a game of his career, right? Yeah. Chandler carries the ball down to the 1 yard line.
And then you throw it.
What the hell play did KOC call at the 1 yard line? He's got friggin' Mullins back to pass. Mullins drops back to the 20, and luckily Jordan Anderson catches the ball. That could have been an interception. And that's on KOC. All right, if you're young, plug your ears. I'm just going to go off here. What the fuck are you doing not running the ball at the 1 yard line? That basically says right there, you don't trust your offensive line.
Do y'all think because he's a former quarterback that didn't succeed?
Yes.
That he feels like sometimes when you're in that moment, he doesn't think about it as a coaching standpoint.
Yes.
He's like, I'm a quarterback. I'm gonna do this. Like, because if you really think about it, though, when you look at that,
for you, Tony.
When you look at that whole coaching tree, Shanahan, McVay, LaFleur, Mike McDaniels, all those guys know how to consistently run the ball except him. And the reason why is because he's an ex-quarterback. He thinking about it from a quarterback standpoint. That's what I think.
But Green Bay doesn't really run the ball well either.
I don't think LaFleur is a good head coach at all.
LaFleur's not a good head coach.
He okay.
The other two are. He's not.
Yeah, LaFleur's not a good head coach. These guys all got gigs for whose tree they were in, coaching tree they were with.
Yeah, but everybody
we got a lot of guys. Because first of all, here's the thing: Brandon Staley had no business getting a head coaching job, and it proved. But guess what? You know what? Be ready, folks. Brandon Staley could be the next defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings next year.
Here we go, man. Hiring your homeboys. Hiring your homeboys get you fired.
I told you. How many times have I told you and y'all don't listen? When it comes to being an NFL coach and an NFL player, it's not how good you are. It's who you know. Especially in the NFL coaching tree. It is who you know. Because I'll tell you what, Josh McDaniels' ass should never have another head coaching job in the NFL for the rest of his life. But you know what? He's going to get one.
He bet not get one. That guy's a
He's going to get one.
KOC will show me a lot in the offseason. He won't do it. But he says, I need to focus on being a head coach. So I'm going to give the play calling to my actual OC, Wes Phillips.
Hey, now, didn't we talk about
that already? He won't do it. But he won't do it.
He won't do it.
Oh, he won't.
So, but if he gives it to Wes Phillips and Wes Phillips sucks ass, then take it back over.
But here's the thing, though. But here's the thing, Catch. Wes Phillips has as much experience at calling plays as KOC.
Exactly.
Yeah, so but he's not a head. But he's not a head coach, though. He's also
you have to look at it this way too. It's a new set of eyes. Yeah. It's new ideas that might help too. Teams don't know that. Guess what? Now that the NFL has film on the Vikings from 2022, KOC hasn't adjusted at all.
That's why I tell people, man, I always judge a coach off of year 2, not year 1. Year 1, it just, damn, he did good. What you gonna do in year 2?
Yeah, but if you listen to the quote unquote national media, KOC is getting a lot of love because the Vikings are 7-9 or 7-8 with all the damn injuries they have.
Look at the Browns.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny though that the Vikings. Oh, Cousins this, Cousins that, Cousins this. As soon as Cousins got hurt, well, how are the Vikings going to win without Cousins?
They still want some.
I ain't never said
They
Yeah,
that.
still
that's
won enough games. It's just
Right.
it got down to the when it. And here's the thing.
So what is it?
Now, when you don't
That's
have
why
your
KOC is getting
quarterback,
love.
and you know what, like him or not, give Belichick credit. Belichick still won without Brady. He just didn't go to the Super Bowl.
Correct.
You know, okay,
And the
KOC,
Mac Jones experiencement's over in New England.
right, and KOC has just proved he can't win without Kirk. Kirk carried him, which I'm starting. God damn
Belichick
you!
hasn't won
God
without
damn you,
Brady.
catch! Jesus Christ!
Hey,
Hey, I'm going to snip
You
that
like
and I'm going to put it up. No.
hey, I got one for y'all.
But here's so. What do you feel about Cousins though? That
Oh,
just tells you how bad you think KOC is.
True.
I don't like neither one.
You're
of them.
gonna make me defend Kirk Cousins, you son of a bitch. But it's leading more and more like the success of this team was in spite of KOC, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Or the success of the team
Whoa.
was in spite of Mike Zimmer last season. Everybody rallied up to make Mike Zimmer look bad.
I think every time you get a new head coach, it does.
Every time you get a
have
new head
bump.
coach, yeah. Zimmer was resigned to the fact that he knew that Cousins was going to cost him his job. He knew it.
He knew it.
But he ain't woke. But at the end of the day, I respect Zimmer. I respect Mike Zimmer because he ain't want Kirk from the get go. He knew what
No.
Kirk was.
No,
Well, if you go back to it, when they signed Kirk Cousins, he said signing a guy like Cousins is going to get me fired.
Yeah,
And they
of
got him
course.
fired.
and got him fired.
Got him fired.
Well, you know what got him
He went
fired?
on that
I mean,
train.
there was a lot of things that got him fired.
Well, his defense was trash, man.
But you
The
got to think
league
about
finally
it. He
figured-
probably
the
ain't
league
even care
finally
no
figured
more.
it.
He
He
should
had the
learn
same-
how to say hi to the players.
Yeah, he should have learned how to say hi and good morning. That way, he would have still had a job.
Well, I think Zimmer did make adjustments, but I don't think he made them fast enough. The league figured out his defense, and then he wasn't quick enough to adjust.
Honestly, the only time Zimmer I saw make adjustments, he made adjustments that worked, was in that playoff game in New Orleans.
when he put
That's the
Neal
only
and
time.
Everson
Any
on
other
the side.
time, it was
Yeah.
Yeah,
wasn't
it epically failed in freaking Philadelphia.
yeah.
Then we have a guy now who doesn't make anything.
Right. We it's like we can't get now. Keep in mind, Zimmer called the defensive plays. And I used to get on his ass about that. I was like, let somebody else call the defense. Worry about the rest of the team. If you're going to be a head coach,
Yeah,
coach
worry
the team.
about time management as opposed to the defense.
Right. By the way, game management, KOC is terrible at it.
Yeah, he got
He's
a guy.
terrible.
that
He's
Mac
terrible
doing
at
it.
it. He's terrible at clock management. He's terrible at all of that. But here's the thing. We should have knew he was not going to be good at this because guess what? All his years as an assistant head coach, he never called offensive plays on any of the teams he was with, including the Rams. That was Sean McVay's baby.
Yeah, because when he was in Washington, Jay Gruden called the plays.
Gruden called the plays. Oh, by the way, who did Gruden hate as a quarterback? Kirk Cousins.
I like him. I like
He
him for
hates
that.
Kirk Cousins.
Well, Cruz,
I hate him too.
yeah, Jay Gruden hated him, but the other coaches, McVay, liked him, and so did KOC. But Shanahan liked him too, because Shanahan. I think the reason Shanahan likes him is because he likes the quarterback to do what he's told.
Yeah, he like
Well,
a robot.
yeah, Kirk is not going to be that type of quarterback that's going to be like, no, we should do that. He's not going to fight you like Tom Brady would.
Yeah,
He's not going to. He's not going
no
to.
quarterback, and I don't want no.
He's
quarterback.
just going to. He's just going to go with the program.
Yeah, and that's why Tom Brady has 7 rings.
Yeah, exactly.
yep.
You know, and that's the difference between a robot and.
Hey, let me
somebody
ask
who
y'all
can-
this. So is there a little chance? I'm talking about a little chance that the Minnesota Vikings move on for Kirk and sign like a quarterback like a Drew Lock or some shit like that for 12, 15 million for 1 year?
No.
I ain't paying Drew Lock that much money.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying whatever the shit might be, like 10, 8, whatever. I'm just saying, is there a small chance that happen?
Yeah.
Can you still come out the same amount of money?
Only quarterback I can see
the
them,
only reason
only quarterback I can see them taking a flyer on because he's probably being let go at the end of the year.
is Wilson.
If you think about it, is not Russell Wilson.
Hell no.
Isn't Garoppolo available?
No.
He
Oh
will
my
be.
God. No.
He will be.
He might get cut, but
I'd
he has
rather have
a good
Wilson.
deal.
No, Wilson gonna want a long term deal.
Wilson's going to want big money.
Yeah.
He got that.
Hey,
He
Will,
got
how you feel about
he
Wilson?
got that expensive wife.
So I already told you how I feel about Wilson, man.
He want Wilson.
No, it's not that I
Hell
don't.
no.
No. I'm
Wait.
gonna explain it. And I think Tony gonna understand where I'm coming from with it. It ain't the fact that I want Wilson. I just feel like getting Russell Wilson is a typical Quasi move. A guy that's down and out. Maybe I can bring him to this team to build him up to do something else. I just see them doing that because that's what this front office has done. They're taking a flyer on a lot of guys that really ain't shit and brought them to this team.
Yeah, but
and
they
really
took a chance on them cheap. Wilson is not going to be cheap.
Wilson will be cheap. Wilson will be cheap because if you think about it like this,
Wilson really
What
doesn't.
about
have bargaining
this might be a
power.
better option. What about Tannehill?
No, good God,
Hey,
no.
listen.
Sarah,
Sarah,
is there
if you
anybody
got
you
the
like out there?
Hey, Sarah, at the end of the day, the Vikings will want a quarterback to start for about week 1 through week 8 and let the rookie play.
That's true.
Here's the thing, though, and this is what I've said before. It doesn't really matter who we get up here. Do you trust KOC with him?
If we got Kirk, no, he gonna keep on playing Kirk. That's why I want Kirk here.
That is definitely
Here's the thing: you get any quarterback. Kirk is a safe. Okay, the front office knows that Kirk is a safe bet because he's a yes guy. He ain't gonna rock the boat. You bring somebody that's won something like a Russell Wilson, and then you got some idiot like KOC telling him how to play quarterback, and all Russell Wilson's got to do. Look at this. It's a ring. What you got?
Run over him.
He'll be like what's his name from be like Jerry Reed from the Waterboy.
Office.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want Russ up here because I don't want to have to look at Sierra every week.
I would.
You like her?
He said he don't like her.
I don't want to look at her.
Why?
She annoys me.
I don't like Russell Wilson. I don't, but I think he's gonna want too much money. So,
I would not extend Cousins for 5 years.
Huh?
And if here's the deal, if I'm signing Kirk Cousins, he's not getting guaranteed money.
Oh, he can't now because he's no longer healthy.
What about Huntley from Baltimore?
KOC does not use a running quarterback.
You don't not do no quarterback like that, man. Stop tripping, man.
And Huntley's not good anyway.
Just throwing guys
I
out
think I'm
there.
like Josh Dobbs back there.
I think it's a more. I think Tannehill is
Good
probably
God, no.
is probably a probability.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. You know what coach I respect the most now as I got older and realizing I respect John Harbaugh, man. Cause no matter who is DC, the Baltimore Ravens defense be on 10, and I don't think he a defensive guy.
They also got one of the best front offices in the NFL.
Yes,
They do.
He was a special team coach.
Mm-hmm.
He keep their offense and defense in check.
That's Ozzy's team. That's all you gotta say.
I respect Harbaugh.
You don't let that conversation ever happen without asking if anyone trusts Kirk. You've already done that 3 times. What did I do?
No, nobody want Kirk, but D Woods. Nobody want Kirk.
It ain't that I want
Kirk.
Kirk.
The whole thing with Kirk is, and I've actually, oh hell no, do not trust KOC.
No, nobody trusts KOC.
Nobody trusts KOC.
I think Sarah does.
Kirk.
Nobody trusts KOC, and I think as a Viking fan, you've got to look at what he's done.
Sarah, do you trust KOC?
I do.
How? Off of what?
Why wouldn't I? He's the coach. Is there another coach?
You could have had Harbaugh. That's all I'm going to say.
KOC?
We could. Hey, look. Hey, Tony. I'm gonna make a video about this. We could have had Brian Dable.
We also could have had.
Yeah, and how well is Brian Dable doing? Huh?
We also could have had.
They beat us.
If we had Dable and he has a losing record like the Giants, you would be demanding for him to get fired too.
The Giants don't have the talent of the players we have on offense. You
Yeah,
can't
but
blame
if
the
he
Giants.
was
Some of y'all
losing-
want to hack it too, though.
I don't know. He looked like a Hall of Famer.
We also could have had Peterson, who we had no interest in.
Who Peterson?
Doug Peterson.
Oh yeah, I was surprised by that.
Well, here's what happened when it all went down. Quasi had just got hired, so Quasi wanted to make his point. Too evil if you keep bringing up fucking Wentz every goddamn week. So help me God. We could have had.
It might happen.
It might. The guy's been hunting all year, but
I don't want to quarter.
Quasi went in on. He had the connection with Jim Harbaugh, and Harbaugh was looking for he wants to come back to the NFL. Yeah. So naturally, he brought him in there. Now, here's the thing:
I don't want
Why would you
Harbaugh. He
bring-
wants too much control. I don't
Why?
like that.
But that's the thing. Why would you bring Harbaugh in here? You have him stay here 24 hours. You tell, and everybody knew that there was going to be a presser. Then all of a sudden, here's this minority owner who has no say-so in the team putting in this bullshit. And then also there was a woman on the board that didn't like what was said about him and what he did in San Francisco. But here's the thing. This whole kumbaya, let's all roast marshmallows around the campfire bullshit that's going on at the front office, it's backfiring. It's not working. And KOC is too damn nice. Guess what? He benched Akila Bevins last week. Okay, why didn't you bench Nick Mullins for throwing 4 fucking interceptions?
I thought that was Flores.
No, KOC did that.
I don't know, man. I'm just at the end of the day. If you look how we won the games last year,
Here's my thing, Dylan. I'm asking the conversation about having the QB conversation because here's the thing. If you've looked at what KOC has done the last 2 years,
nothing.
Is that really KOC or was that Kirk Cousins? Because KOC's play calling has left a lot to be desired. And guess what? KOC, when he lost those games in 2022, he lost them big time. I mean, his ass was outclassed, outmatched. He was playing checkers and they were playing chess. Then when you get in a playoff game and you let Brian Daboll beat you, okay, as much as I get on Kirk
Who
Cousins,
they wide receivers?
As much as I get on Kirk Cousins, I got to give Kirk Cousins some credit. And it's killing me to be nice to Kirk Cousins. It's bad enough I got to be nice to this motherfucker. But here's the deal. KOC hasn't changed anything. 20 wins so far don't mean shit.
It don't mean shit.
That don't mean shit.
But Kirk, the way Kirk played last year, he hadn't played like that in the 5 years he was with us.
But see, also, think about this.
So
think about this dynamic.
More pass happy this year last year.
Here's the thing, though. Look at the complete picture, people. When we won those 13 games last year, how many games did we start out like with a 14-0 lead, 10-0 lead, 17-0 lead, and lose a lead? How many 13 and outs did we have? How many times did KOC take his foot off the gas? How many times did KOC out coached? But then when it came time to get the ball downfield, all of a sudden, and this is the thing, Kirk's a gunslinger. Kirk is going. Shut up. Okay, I don't want to hear it. Kirk, when you throw the ball, I never said Kirk was a terrible quarterback. I said the man can throw the ball with the best of them. It's just the intangibles he doesn't have. That's the whole thing. So, with that being said, the narrative that we won 13 games last year, it's kind of this year goes out the window. Do you think Harbaugh has his team in better condition than KOC at this point? I think it's more of a complete team. I think Harbaugh has this as more of a complete team, and Harbaugh will also run the football.
So let me ask y'all this:
which means
what do
Cousins
y'all
probably
think
doesn't get hurt that
KOC
Packers
needs?
game.
Okay, can I just say this? I'm not going to defend Kirk anymore tonight. You've killed me with the Kirk defense. I'm tired of it.
I don't like that, Tony. I don't like that.
What? Hey, I'm just being honest though. Sometimes
I'm talking shit. You know, I be real all the time. So
you gotta bite. Sometimes you really gotta bite the bullet. And
Kirk.
I mean, a whole box of ammo right now for Kirk Cousins' ass.
Yeah, Kirk did the thing last year.
And that was the thing. It's just you have to look at KOC. KOC also, he's too soft. And the man is too soft.
The team's soft.
The team is soft. Your team reflects your coach.
Yeah.
And this team, even coming out of the gate, they just have no fire. They're just kind of lax
and undisciplined with the
and they can be undisciplined, And then this year, luckily, let's give Brian Flores a ton of credit, folks. He took that defense with a bunch of nobodies, turned him into like a top 15 defense.
Hey, Tony, that's why I hate when people want to blame the defense. Like, this is a fucking a mismatched defense.
Yeah.
Brian Flores can't get no bad credit at all. The offense is supposed to be carrying this football team, not the defense. The defense been carrying the football team since week 1.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All season. Put it this way. In honesty, if I'm Brian Flores, I'm getting on KOC because he hasn't helped my defense at all. He's actually put my defense in spots where I could lose a game. Where luckily this year, those games we would have lost last year, we won. But he has not helped. Let's go back to the Green Bay game. Go back to the Green Bay game. You bring in Jaron Hall, right?
When we play Green Bay. Oh, yeah, when Kirk got hurt.
When Kirk got hurt.
Yeah.
When Kirk got hurt. You bring in Jaron Hall. Hasn't thrown a pass all year. And on the second play, you've got him throwing a football?
In the end zone, too.
In the end zone. Why aren't you running it? He gets a first down, but then guess what? Eventually, guess what he does? He gets sacked and turns it over.
It's that quarterback in him. He want to be out there so bad, Tony.
He had,
He living through. Hey, Tony. He living through the players.
Ow, Kubiak had health issues.
Yeah, Kubiak was sick. Yep, Kubiak was sick.
So
but I mean, here's the thing: the Vikings also have like damn near 30 assistant coaches. You can't get one of them coaches to tell KOC to do this or do that or change things.
Hell no, boss.
Well, it goes back to what you said. It goes back to what you said earlier, Tony. The coaches have bigger egos than the players.
You doing a good job.
That is true.
That is true.
That is true.
Oh, I've seen it at the semi-pro level. I'm kind of like these coaches out here. Once somebody gets a coach and they become like a leader, their ego kicks in, and some of them can back it up, but a lot of them are just like, "Who is this clown?" You know, and unfortunately, hopefully it doesn't turn out that way at KOC, but you're going to get some people that are probably going to say, who is this clown with him?
That's it. No
I
worries.
don't know. I feel like only you guys think that because, I mean, lots of people that, like, I talk to.
This is my thing with KOC. Like, all right,
they don't know football.
This is my thing with KOC, right?
So because they disagree with you, they don't know football.
No, Sarah. Let me say this.
No, they don't. There's nothing wrong with them disagreeing with me, but I'm not. And here's the thing: when I'm talking about KLC, and this is probably the what you call it in me, where I analyze every damn thing. As somebody who's played the game, coached the game, even did the front office shit, you look at the little nuance. You look at the side things that only TV will show one thing, but you're looking at the whole picture. Mm-hmm. Like when that ball is snapped, because I was a lineman, I look at how that line is played. Because I worked on the sideline, I look at the body language of the players and the coaches. You look at the situations and how they, in these situations, now take this, this is the thing. These coaches in the NFL, they think they're like the top of the line coaches, but many of them aren't. Like I said before, many of them got the gig because of who they know.
And Sarah, I'm just talking shit though. Everybody do to their own opinion.
Let me ask Sarah a question real quick, Zoe. I've been waiting to ask Sarah.
You hear me though, don't you, Sarah?
What? What'd you say, Lions fan?
Damn. I just said I was just talking shit. I was messing with you. Everybody do to their own opinion.
Hey,
why
Sarah,
you ain't gotta call me a Lion fan though?
Because I'm just messing with you too.
Okay.
Hey, Catch, do me a favor. Put up Frozen's comment. I got to bring something up about that.
I fuck with Sarah though. I'm just talking shit though. So everybody do their own opinion. I just wanted to let you.
Okay, Frozen North. You're right, because guess what? Everything is done by this team and committee. Guess who's that committee is? Mark Wilf and Drew Miller.
That committee shit got to go.
And there's others that are calling it too. But right now, the guys they put in the pressers, the perfect PR guys, are KOC and Kwesi. Kwesi's an analytics guy. I think Kwesi was brought in to help with the cap situation.
Man, they hired Kwesi for us.
Thank you. Kwesi checked the box.
Diversity hire.
He checked.
They get the black people on board.
Yep. He checked the box. The problem is Kwesi brings in Grigson, who's supposedly the football guy, and that's problem number one. So Kwesi and KLC, they're just, I think, and who knows? Right now, it's too big for them both. The situation, especially with KLC, he's never been a head coach before, and then he's thrust into it, and he's running his own plays and all that, and it's just not.
They learning on the job.
Do you think
learning on the job?
Can I say one thing for the new year?
Do you think KLC is a better coach than LaFleur?
No, you can't.
That's you know what? I need to see LaFleur for a couple of years without Rodgers.
But
And
look,
LaFleur hasn't really.
Should
had
we bring
any,
in Cap?
Any
Who the fuck is Cap?
adversities this?
It's a joke. It's a joke,
I'm about to say, man, old boy ain't played
Hey.
about 7 years.
Okay,
Well,
once again, Zoe, this
That's
is Cap.
Joe Cap.
I thought you talking about Colin Kaepernick.
I thought you
Shit.
was talking about Colin Kaepernick.
Me too. I thought you talking about Kaepernick, man. Y'all stop with that. Y'all stop with that old ass 60s, 70s shit right now, man. Hey, that's it for Wednesdays.
Hey, you see
But
how
look
blurry
though.
that picture was?
He
I was
failed.
like, goddamn, man.
What's his whole name? Put it back up.
That's Joe Cap.
Nice, night, Mama.
Yeah, and they showed that picture the other day when you were in history class.
Yeah, were you sleeping?
Sure was. That Lions fan.
Y'all call me soon. Hey, look though. For New Year's, I would really like if KOC would just. Ooh, he ain't had no face mask. But look,
No,
No, he didn't.
no.
I really
And he actually ran over people too.
He run over people.
I'd really be happy if KOC say I messed up on the play call a lot of times, and I'm going to get better at that. I would respect him if he get to the thing and say that.
He ain't gonna say that.
He ain't gonna say that.
Or I would love if he give up play calling.
But he never
he does
says,
say
if you
that
notice
he-
in a press conference, he never says we need to clean. He always says we need to clean things up.
No,
He never
ain't no
says,
we.
I need to clean up.
There ain't no
French.
we.
It's you. This you. Shit, ain't no French. We in America. It's you.
George Blunt. Hey, Catch, put up George Blunt's comment. That is exactly why we do the vintage show. That's exactly why we do it.
No,
Yeah.
okay. Can I tell you? Can I tell y'all my standpoint on the history with the Vikings and what other people my age?
It started before '98, though.
Yeah, it started before '98.
Yeah, but look though, like
No,
us
the
that
Vikings
Vikings
were
fan
born
that
in
about
98.
30 and 35 and 40.
Yeah.
We're respectable. We don't give a fuck what happened in the 60s and 70s. Like, let's be for real.
But you
We
have
was
to
in the right-
understand.
So, but guess what? No, you have to.
Hold on. Can I finish one time?
No, because you're talking bullshit. That's why.
Okay,
That's why your ass sits in the back of class and you put your head down and shut the fuck up.
Okay, so look though. Because KOC and Quasi wasn't here in the 60s. The owners probably wasn't here in the 60s. This is a new regime and new coaches and shit. Like, I don't hear what the Vikings did in the 50s or the 60s to motherfucking 2024.
We didn't even exist in the 50s.
Yeah, we didn't exist in the 50s.
Okay, my bad.
1961.
You would know that if you
Okay.
read a book, goddammit.
Zoe, I have a
1961. Let me be correct. 1961.
Thank you.
The people wasn't here.
No, your people wasn't. My people was here, brother.
10 years.
Okay, brother, my people was here. Okay?
I wasn't.
Well, we ain't talking about you. This ain't about you. You was living in Detroit too. That's another
Zoe,
problem.
Hey, but I know my Viking history though.
Tony,
You
Zoe is from that
I
generation.
do.
Over that fence, though.
No,
I
we're
do,
quick.
I
We're
do.
quick,
I say
Tony.
yeah.
I do.
Zoe-
Man, I can't agree with you on that.
Zoe is
You
from
ain't know who
Zoe is
Cap
from
was.
that
They talking about
Zoe is
Cap.
from that generation who doesn't think anything or nothing matters until they were born.
Until
Exactly.
Randy Moss. That's when it started.
But you
Randy
can't forget about history. Why? Because you're doomed to repeat it.
Moss. Randy Moss is when it started, my baby.
Good job.
Oh, for
I mean,
God's
that's
sake.
true for a lot of people, though. Zoe. That's
That's
for
true.
a lot of people.
Okay, Zoe, what you just said is true for a lot of Viking fans, even up here. They didn't become Viking fans until Randy Moss.
98 got me.
But here's what most fans
Here's
do.
the catch, though. Here's the thing, Zoe. Here's the thing. Them same motherfuckers that didn't start following the team till 98 are my fucking age.
Nah, that's something. That's
Right,
something
and here's
to talk
another
about.
thing. When you become a team, when you start rooting for a team, most people look back at the team's history because they
For
want to
what?
understand.
What
That's
is it?
me. I look back at the team history.
Here go D Wood. D Wood.
Okay.
You the same motherfucker that fell asleep last night gonna tell the teacher you studied last night.
Because history is important, Joe.
Motherfucker, you with me last night partying, motherfucker. You ain't studied last night.
Okay,
I passed my test, though.
I'm gonna give Zoe a quick answer. I'm gonna give Zoe a quick quiz right here. You know who the Purple People Eaters are. Shut up, Zoe. I'm asking questions. Just answer them. You know who the Purple People Eaters are, right?
Yeah, I don't know their name. I know who they is.
Whoa. What did you just say?
I know who they is, yeah.
You don't know their names.
No, all of them, hell no.
Do you know any of them?
Probably about one or two.
Name
Which ones? Name them.
Yeah, look
Hey
at
man, why
that.
we doing this tonight though? No, why you like? Come on, man. Like,
I got his ass.
No, that's gonna make it right or wrong. Because if I give you a name, you're gonna say name another name. I know.
No, I'm
how-
not. Just say the name.
Man,
Because you can't. Fail.
Hey, look here.
You failed. Never mind.
Who's it? Hey Zoe, who's this?
Some white guy.
That's Bud Grant.
That's KOC Daddy. That's what he gonna
Okay.
say.
That's Bud Grant, ain't it?
If you get one of these guys, though, you get a
Ain't
gold
that
star.
Bud Grant?
That's Bud.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Okay, Zoe, the guy on the right, all-time interception leader in the NFL.
What's his name?
Close, right?
Close.
Paul
Paul
Kraus.
Kraus.
I said it. See, I know my shit.
You have to see. That's why you have to know history.
Yeah.
He's the all-time interception leader. He's at
Okay,
81
here, I got
interceptions.
one for you, and I'm gonna leave it at this, though.
No, hey, wait. This ain't about no.
Wait, who's it?
no.
Hey,
Who's that,
this?
Zoe? Who is that?
My
don't
losing
know.
service.
Oh
My
my,
internet fucking up.
oh my God.
My internet fucking up. It ain't my fault.
My internet fucking up. I don't know. Wait a
Hey,
second. I know who it is,
who
but my
is
internet's
that?
screwed up.
I'm losing connection.
Oh shit.
Can y'all see me?
No.
Am I still on here or what?
But no, seriously, though, you do kind of have to know the history of the team. I understand the point of not knowing what happened before you
Hey,
were alive.
Kev.
I understand that.
But here's the
But-
thing, Zoe. In all seriousness, and Zoe, in
Yeah.
your lifetime, and you and D Woods' lifetime,
Yes.
you guys have had to deal with the mediocrity.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I
You've
know.
had to deal with a lot of mediocrity. We've dealt with it, my generation, but
You see the Super Bowl, right?
I was alive I saw 3 of them.
See, I don't know shit about that. So when you talk about Super Bowl, I'm like, what the fuck is he talking
But
about?
Zoe, here's the thing: we're trying to tell you there are things to teach
Oh no,
you.
no. Oh no, I know they went to Super Bowl, but I never seen the shit. So I'm like,
You know what, Zoe? Go on YouTube. They're all on YouTube.
hey man, listen here, man. At the end of the day,
He only knows
we want KOC to win a fucking Super Bowl, man.
That's not
new
happening.
coach, the 2023, 25, 26 coach. We want him to win a Super Bowl.
It won't be KOC.
I've been wanting the Super Bowl since
I
1977.
haven't won a Super Bowl since friggin' 74, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So no, Bob, I get it incomplete. My Wi-Fi went out.
Okay.
Wi-Fi went out.
if your Wi-Fi went out, how come you're still talking?
It can pop back home. I said, do y'all see me? Y'all said, yeah.
All right, so
It
who
went
is
back
it?
out again.
Oh.
What the fuck y'all doing? Every time you do something, my shit go out. Like, who doing that shit?
Really? Because when I put this up, you said nothing about your internet going out.
Yeah.
No, that's good. But the other picture, my shit go
Oh,
out.
so it's only this picture.
Is that a picture? My shit go. What are you doing?
You know why? Because that picture is pre-1998.
Yeah, but that's talking about the new shit though.
The new shit don't compare to the old shit. That's the
I
problem.
feel you though. The old shit. Hey, it was good quality from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it was real football all across the board. Just
See,
that
that's
whole
what-
generation.
See, my opinion is now. I get it. If you don't want to know the history, that's up to you. That's your choice.
That's your prerogative.
But
Be ignorant, stupid.
My
Hold on, what Tony
my
say?
my thought on it Zoe, is
Hold
for
on,
you
he
to
said that's
understand,
a
Zoe, for us, my opinion, for my thoughts, for Vikings fans, young Vikings fans, to understand why us old timers bitch all the time, is because of the history and how
Yeah.
good they've been, and the shit, and they haven't been, and all the mistakes they made. They keep making the same mistakes over and over again. They've been to 11 NFC Championship games. They won their first 4.
Damn.
So that means they've lost their last 7.
Just think about it like this, though. So
And also,
in like
here's another thing. Here's
in like
another
20
thing that I
years,
tell people.
it'd be the same way. Back in the day, we did this.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Yeah. But here's another thing I tell people, for like people my age and older, those of us that have seen those teams, guess what? We got
Hey,
more
that's-
years behind us than ahead of us. So yeah, we want to see this team win now.
Yeah.
Bottom
Put
line.
that picture up and shit. Who the fuck is that? That's Kevin, ain't
What?
it?
Don't just say names, man. You don't know. You don't know who
His
that
name
picture
is
was.
Kevin, ain't it?
Who?
That picture.
Oh, for God's sake, you are so off.
What's his name?
You talking about this one?
Yeah.
I thought your internet went out. You couldn't see it.
No, it popped up now. I seen it.
That's my favorite Viking of all
Okay,
time.
listen really closely, Zoe. His name is Joey Browner.
Y'all ain't hear me right. I said Joe.
No, you didn't. You said Kevin. God damn it! Stop lying.
No.
No,
Don't
you
be like
did.
all them white folks look the same.
Hey, he was black, wasn't he?
Yeah, he black.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, he black.
Really, I'm like, my shit really fucking up. I feel y'all don't know, but man, like,
Okay, who's
who that's my dog, Denny Green. The
That's
best coach
Denny
ever.
Green, man.
Yeah, but you know what? That's default. Denny Green was a '98 coach.
That's the
Yeah.
best coach ever, right there.
Okay, Zoe, sit down. You didn't let your mouth run
But
too much.
that's his version of a best coach.
That's
though.
my best. How you
But
gonna
in
tell
your
me
generation,
that's
in
my
your
best coach?
generation, he is the best coach. In your generation.
Now pull up Brian Bellick too. Shit, pull them all up.
Did you say Brian Billick?
Brian
Yeah.
Billick.
he wasn't even a
Brian
head
Billick
coach.
left the year you became a fan.
I know he did. Yeah, I know.
He wasn't a head coach though.
No, he
I
was
know
offensive
wasn't
coordinator.
No, I know he wasn't no head coach. I'm just saying he was on the team.
And then you missed it when Dungy was the defensive coordinator here.
Yep.
What year is that? 96, 97?
No, 92 to 95.
Oh,
Oh,
the
no,
Vikings
yeah.
weren't born yet.
Pete Carroll was here too.
Yeah, Pete Carroll was here too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I seen that.
Yeah.
We let all the good coaches go. Ain't that
You know, to evil, Bud and Denny had a lot of the same qualities, but Bud was better. But Denny was perfect for the team we had.
Yeah, no one
Those-
else could have coached that.
Those
98
two
team.
guys were probably the last real head coaches we had.
Hey, too evil.
And
I'm
hey,
rolling with Denny.
Hey, you know what? And if you think about it though, too, Tony, outside of them, some of the head coaches after them, like Mike Tice, Mike
too,
Zimmer, Brad.
Well, Mike
Childress.
Tice was the chief hire by the.
Yeah, Mike Tice.
Yeah,
Mike Tice got the gig because he was the spy on Denny. He would narc on Denny to Red McCombs. That's why.
I like the Mike Tyson though. I ain't gonna lie. I like
guys,
the
all those guys never had head coaching jobs after here. They never got a head coaching
No.
job again. None of
No.
them.
Neither did Childress.
Childress, Mike Zimmer, like KOC. Watch out.
Watch your boy KOC.
Hey,
dog.
I'm just saying
dog.
because when the Vikings fired Zimmer, I was like, no, we can't bring in another rookie head coach. And people was like, why? I was like, because every time we bring in a rookie head coach, they fizzle out and they never get a head coaching job. Denny Green was the only one to get it after that. That's it. Because then he went to Arizona.
Van Brocklin is the only one who got a job. Who was first time head coach, got fired by Minnesota, got another job.
Dennis Green.
But Van Brocklin got hired by Atlanta, who was an expansion team.
Right. No,
Yeah, that don't count.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay,
Van
too
Brocklin
evil.
was the
How
first.
did Childress not get another job? Because Brad Childress was a terrible head
He was
coach,
terrible.
Yes.
and plus he got fired because he cut Randy Moss.
Insubordination.
Insubordination.
He pulled
We're
a
gonna,
Jair.
Yeah, he pulled a Jair Alexander. Exactly.
We're gonna throw the ball and.
Yeah. Yeah, his pressers were just so bad. So bad. But yeah, it's and that's now with KOC. Now this is the thing
Well,
too.
real quick on this. Let me comment on this real quick. 2 words.
Brett Favre.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Brett
like-
Favre.
Brett Favre.
Randy who? Did you say Randy who?
Yeah, he did. That's too evil.
Too evil
Being too
trolling.
evil.
Yeah,
He's trolling. He's a troll.
Yeah, that's-
And that's all this guy. Has anybody seen him?
Is he a real person?
Yeah. He was at school. He was at Skullfest.
He was at Skullfest.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
a real
he's a-
person.
Yeah,
Tony, did you meet him at Skullfest? You were
I
there?
think so. Yeah, I met a lot of people at
Is he real?
Skullfest.
Is he?
Yeah.
Too evil gotta be
I
real.
met
though.
so many people at
He
Skullfest.
can't be AI.
He an undercover Lions fan just coming in the chat, just messing with us, man.
Okay, George Blunt, KLC will never give a Burns type of post game interview. You will never.
Flores, Mike.
You will never see that. Harbaugh would, but KLC will never do it.
Y'all might,
Oh.
and we might can have Harbaugh if his ass don't beat Alabama. His ass out of here.
Well, here's the thing with Harbaugh. Every time he threatens to go to the NFL, Michigan's going to give him more money. I mean, this guy could do that for the rest of his life.
Hey, for real, I would.
Yeah, he only one getting played here is Michigan. What does that say about your team there,
Michigan
Zoe?
fans don't care because
I'm
they're
tired of
winning.
his mediocre ass. This is it right here.
Okay, Zoe, I got a
Let
question
me
for
ask you a
Zoe.
question, Zoe.
Do you like anybody?
I have another question for
He
Zoe.
likes the Lions.
Zoe, I have a question for you. Michigan fans, and I get on my mom about this too. Where is the national championship pedigree that you guys think you have? Michigan has been a team for 130 years. I think they have 4 championships.
I'm saying Harbaugh's supposed to give us one. If he
Believe it or not, believe it or not, the Gophers have more than Michigan.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
No, we do.
Oh, the Gophers, I think, are 8th all time in championships.
Yeah. And we ain't did shit in 50 years.
Yeah. But no, I'm just saying, and Ohio State fans are the same way. They haven't won very many national championships, but they act like they're the fucking Alabama. They act like they're Southern Cal.
I only could speak on Michigan.
Right.
You're supposed to win here, man. Like you doing good.
What is Harbaugh doing?
He lose every bowl game. He 0-4 since he been here.
Yeah, he is. I think he's 0-7.
That's why he need to come to the NFL.
But how's he get to Ohio State?
He won the last 3 games.
That's why he's still there.
That's why he's still
But still, though,
most Michigan fans care about beating Ohio State than anything else.
So Cash, what you're telling me is that basically the Minnesota Vikings is running a franchise like college. As long as they beat the Packers, it's okay.
The Wilfs, yes.
The Wilfs are running because it's all marketing. The Wilfs are thinking about money. It's all about marketing. As long as you're better than the Packers, everything is cool.
Funny.
Okay. That's the Wilfs.
Yeah,
but here's the thing now. The Wilfs are going to have to put a product on the field that contends every year. You got your stadium. You got your training facility. You got your other stuff. You now have to put that money on the field to make people still want to buy tickets to see this product. I mean, and they're asking for public money to help fix the stadium already.
What's wrong with the stadium? They got Linky Faucets already. That shit's brand new.
Hey, don't that roof move back?
No.
Glass,
They've
right?
got they're gonna put new turf down.
Yeah, I seen
that. And they've had trouble with the paneling the sides of the stadium for a couple of years now. It was built on a cheap. It really was.
They need to move that roof back. Open that bitch up. Open that top.
I thought they would, but they decided not to.
I thought they did. Like everybody got roofs around that time.
That's why they got the glass.
They cheap ass
to get sunlight in, but that's also why they got the big doors to let. But here's the deal:
you can open the doors, can't you?
You can't open those doors below 50 degrees. That's an NFL rule.
They went cheap on us. They went cheap on us, fella. They went cheap on us, y'all.
Yeah, I did have a question for Sarah 20 minutes ago. Thank you. This is my question for Sarah. Can you hear me, Sarah? Oh, she can't even hear me. She gone. Sarah, you there, Sarah? I guess not.
She might have stepped away.
Yeah, never mind.
She stepped away. She'll be back.
Yeah,
never mind.
She probably watched that Lion pregame show.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, no, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. Y'all, it's getting late for me. All right, y'all.
What you talking about? You in LA? It ain't even 10 o'clock.
He's in LA. It's getting late for him.
It's 9:30. Hey, that's how I know I'm getting old, man. It's 9:30.
It's 12:30 where I'm at.
Okay, hey, all right. Before we go, what you got? Before we go, Packers Vikings. What do you think?
24-17 Vikings.
Is that a pick six? A couple pick sixes, or do you think Jaron Hall balls out?
I think Jaron Hall gonna go for like 250, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, no turnovers.
Who you throwing the ball to?
Everybody. JJ, Oliver.
Whoever has a pulse.
Yeah.
Well, it's not gonna be Hawkins.
That might be the best thing for him. I feel that way. Just to look for the open guy. So
and hopefully KOC doesn't keep him tied to the pocket and lets him run.
Yeah, but we're gonna see though if KOC go out there and mess this up, man, You won't notice.
You're going to have to start asking questions about KOC if that happens.
I've been asking questions.
Well, we've asked questions. You need the rest of the fan base to do it and stop being so lenient.
I was telling Zoe this earlier today, right? And I was just basically just venting. So we about to start paying a lot of money on the offensive side of the ball, right? We're gonna have to play. We're gonna have to pay JJ. We're gonna have to pay Darisaw. Whatever happens with Kirk Cousins or whatever, right? As a franchise, you're gonna put so much resources to one side of the ball. That side of the ball needs to be at least top 10 every year. If you look at Mike Tice when he was the head coach, that offense was at the top. Mike Zimmer with his defense, that defense was at the top. You can't just keep on putting money towards all these players on offense and you only win by 3. We got to start blowing people out. We got to start scoring way more points, especially if a lot of resources are going to be to that side of the ball. And
that's where KOC's coaching comes in.
And the team we're playing Sunday is the only team that the Vikings have consistently beat by more than one score.
Yeah, the only one he's consistently beat by more than 10 points is LaFleur. And that's just twice. That's not good, people.
Not good.
That's not good.
I want a Super Bowl.
Well, you right. I'm right there with you, brother. I want one before I die. You know.
Yeah, but
Tony, that's
before you go out, D Woods, I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a 23-13 Packers win.
I thought you said you're going to bed, Mama. But yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna check out finna.
All right, D
getting
Wood.
late.
All right, D Wood. Later.
It's getting late. It's fucking 9:30. It's 12:32.
Hey, I was on with Rap for like an hour and a half, man. So
you was on Rap shit?
Yeah, I was with Rap.
Why
for
you
an
ain't
hour
tell
and a half.
me?
Shit, you was on there. I saw you in the comments.
You ain't see me. You a damn lie. I just got on the damn YouTube. Man, bye, D Wood.
My
Good
bad.
night, bro.
My internet went bad.
I ain't know rapping went down live.
All right, y'all.
I think he goes live. He goes live before we do.
I'm saying he ain't gonna lie none.
Yeah, Rap goes live before we do.
Yeah.
I ain't see his ass.
This weekend I got the Vikings pulling it out, but not by much. 24-20.
I gotta keep it real. I got the Packers winning, man. We so depleted on offense and defense, and the Packers I think is healthy, and plus shit, we depleted, man.
I got the Cowboys winning 34-14.
34.
Joe Barry's gonna make
you back?
Yeah.
How was the other show?
Huh?
How was the other show?
I didn't know I was taking a shit.
My bad, damn. My bad. FMI.
Oh my God, I love you, Sarah.
My bad.
I love you, Sarah.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah,
well, on that note,
the Packers do not scare me at all. They don't have a good head coach. Their quarterback is not good. Their defense is sorry. I do not.
I think is Joe Barry going to get canned at the end of the year?
I think
they kept him after last year, so who knows?
I don't think so.
Wow, because he's not. I mean, he's not very good. So
the first sign was he was responsible for being the DC to that 0-16 Lions team.
So what the hell are you drinking, dude?
Hey, tomorrow night we going live at 10 o'clock. Purple Vibes in the Zone.
And your ass will be lit.
You better fucking believe. I'm going
make sure that when you do leave, though, you hit leave studio and not kill stream.
Yeah. Hey, that wasn't me that day. I don't know why they keep on saying me. That wasn't me.
Yeah, you called in from the party. You
yeah, but that wasn't me that ended it, though. I was looking for y'all.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know though, man.
I have no confidence in the Packers.
But you got confidence in the Vikings. Let's be for real before you get off here, Cash. Let's be for real.
Okay.
You got confidence in KOC calling play with a rookie quarterback. We don't run the football. We missing TJ. We missing Ja, and you still got confidence in KOC.
No, I have. It's not that I have confidence in KOC.
Oh wait, is Addison out too?
I think so.
I have less confidence.
Now he's playing because he was unlimited.
The Packers. I have less. Yes, I agree that with all the stuff you just said, but I just think the Packers are run worse.
They ran worse.
They're run as a franchise right now. They're run worse.
I like the way they going for real.
Jordan Love is not
They
good.
playing all their young boys.
They're gonna lose some of those defensive guys next year.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just saying they playing. You got to respect that.
Joe Barry's going to cover.
You know what? When you don't have like an agent, when you don't have somebody that's a star player telling you what to do, you got to do stuff on your own, and you got to play the young guys. That's all you've got. That's a young team.
Like that though, man.
Honest. It's a young team.
That's the fuck.
No,
That's
but their
the fuck we need
defense
to do.
has like 8 first-round picks. There's no reason why their defense shouldn't be better than ours.
And that's because Joe Barry has them playing the wrong system. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think a lot of these NFL defenses, unless you got the personnel for it, don't play a 3-4. Go to 4.
I hate
another thing. Barry's going to cover. Barry's going to try to cover JJ 1-on-1.
That means Brandon Powell's going to step up.
Y'all know after halftime, Green Bay going to make some adjustment, and KOC won't, and that's going to be the end of that. JJ might have 15 catches in the first half. Second half, he's going to have 0.
The only player ruled out for Minnesota are Byron Murphy and Theo Jackson.
Oh, in the secondary?
Yeah, Jalen Naylor and Roy, Jaquelin Roy, and Troy Dye are questionable.
I think Jordan Addison will play because the season's on the line.
Yeah,
I want to play Addison though. He got a bad ankle or bad. I won't play him.
He's got to put on. He's got to put on.
If you do play him, at the end of the day, how healthy is he though? For real. Then Blackman only got one fucking working shoulder right now.
Yeah,
but he's still better than Evans.
Where is Booth?
I'm saying though, he gonna play for how long?
In the doghouse?
Again?
Who?
I don't know.
In the doghouse?
Andrew Booth.
I don't know, man. Fuck Booth. I'm in the booth. We in the booth. This bitch low key is a booth. We in the air. Y'all see that fucking back door right there? We in the booth. You see that door? This is a booth we in.
Are you sober?
This is a booth we in.
Yeah, so Addison is questionable.
Yeah, Naylor's had the longest concussion ever. I cut Naylor. I would have cut him.
Yeah, I ain't that's no concussion like that. Damn, you've been gone for 3 weeks with that damn concussion, bro.
He must be completely punch drunk if that's the case.
Yeah, and wasn't he out for like ever for a hamstring or something?
Yeah. You need to ask the Jalen Naylor sober, not me.
So the Packers are without Christian Watson and Devondre. Campbell.
Watson ain't playing.
Nope.
Watson's not playing, and Campbell's out too.
Devondre Campbell's out.
Yep.
He's gonna miss his homecoming. He went to the U.
Savage and Wicks are also questionable.
So basically, who's Love throwing to? I have no idea. Oh, Dobbs. That's it. And the tight end, whoever that is.
Yeah.
Oh, Tucker Kraft.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like I said, no. Do I have confidence in KOC? No, but I have less confidence that the Packers are any good.
Okay, but
I'm more confident that the Packers are worse.
I'm gonna tell you all this: if we run the football more than 19 times, we win the football game.
Oh, that's a given.
I don't think they've run the football 19 times the season combined.
No.
They ran that bitch good.
They will have success running the football. They'll get close to the goal line running the football, and guess what KOC will do? He'll take it out of Chandler's hands and want to make Hall the hero.
No, fuck all that.
That's the plan.
So Byron Murphy is really the only player on defense. I mean, he's not great. He's a number 2 playing number 1 corner. The Hawkinson injury is probably the worst one. He's like a safety blankie. Yeah. But they got.
That means Oliver's going to have to step up.
Yeah.
Hey, don't underestimate the best third-string tight end out there.
Johnny Mudd.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question real quick. I'm trying to put my parlay together.
Mm-hmm.
Who scores touchdown for the Minnesota Vikings?
Who scores touchdowns?
Yeah.
I think JJ.
Do JJ get 2 or 1?
I think he gets 2.
Ooh.
I think JJ is going to be the focal point of the offense.
I think JJ gets 2.
You say 2?
And I'll tell
He
you
ain't
what,
got
it's,
no one else to throw to.
yeah, and it's on
Hold
national.
wait,
It's
you
on
say
national TV. Alexander ain't covering him, and he didn't play in the first game.
He said Powell and KJ. I'm trying to get this shit right. I need to
I'm
know
thinking.
who's gonna
I'll
score.
tell you what. I think the first JJ gets 2 touchdowns.
Ooh, don't tell me that, Tony.
And I say Chandler gets one.
Chandler gets 1, and Hall might run for 1.
Ooh, they got JJ plus 1,000 for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's not unrealistic, bro.
So I'm gonna be real with y'all. Who win this football game? For real, take your heart of it. Take your heart out of it. Who win this game?
I got Vikings 24-20.
I think the
Who you got,
Vikings.
Cat?
I think the Vikings win because JJ is pissed off and he's gonna.
Hey,
go
Sarah,
off.
who win this football game?
I'm gonna say the Vikings.
I'm
9
gonna
to
put Vikings.
6.
I'm gonna put JJ for 2 touchdowns. I'm putting 50 on that bitch.
I think I would not be surprised if JJ has a better game this week than what he had last week.
JJ, you know what? And he's on national TV. I wouldn't be surprised if JJ just balls out.
Yeah,
How
they
the
have
fuck-
a 7th round corner covering JJ.
Yeah,
How the fuck is the Vikings underdogs?
because the Packers ain't much better, so it's better. And plus, here's another thing: the Vikings can't win at home. That's the one biggest thing.
And the people are under the illusion that the Packers are the same team that they've been the last 30 years.
Yeah, the Packers could be like 1-15. They'd still be under that illusion. They're the Packers. Yeah, they
We-
suck.
We have no offense and they have no defense.
So let me ask y'all this though.
You know what's funny? Garrett Bradbury can actually look good this week.
I'm about to put the parlay together with y'all. How many rushing yards do Ty Chandler get?
What's the
They
What's
ain't,
the-
they ain't got
I
him on
say
here right now.
60.
Or the quarterback.
I'm gonna say,
They got all
what are the
three
odds
people
for like 45 yards?
yeah,
I'm gonna say 40 yards.
I think he
yeah.
gets
Be
more than that.
safe. Be
So,
safe.
yeah.
You know what? Be safe and say 50.
50. So
Yeah.
so do Jordan Love throw for over 234 or less?
Over.
Over because they're going to be behind.
Yeah.
We got action. I'm about to put 50 on this bitch tomorrow. We're gonna get some money. We're gonna get some
Are you-
money Sunday night.
Are you gonna split it with us? We help you with your parlay.
Yeah, send me y'all cash. I'm gonna send y'all $5 when I win.
Okay. Cash App, cool.
Yeah, and
All right.
Apple Pay.
All right.
Yeah.
Bet.
But look though, we're gonna be back tomorrow Saturday night at 10 o'clock when I make the bet official because they ain't
After
got
your
the Vikings
Lions
people.
lose.
You said what she say?
I said after your Lions lose.
After my lion. You funny. How the
Let's
fuck
go.
they become my Lions though? That's crazy.
That
I
game
don't
gonna be an
claim-
ass
I-
whooping, I'm afraid.
I don't claim no orphans. I don't know. I like them though, but I just don't claim them.
It is weird though how the Lions actually do have their fans are actually loyal.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
said
I give
find
them-
somebody who loves you like how Lions fans love the Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you. I have to give them credit. They are loyal. They are a very loyal
Hell
fan
no,
base.
but it's a whole bunch of fake Lion fans though.
There's a
This
whole
year,
lot of Viking fans too, dude.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what happened to Curtis?
What happened?
What happened to Cash? Cash said he had to log off. I guess the wife got on his ass.
Oh,
It's bedtime, motherfucker. You told me 12 o'clock. It's 12:30. It's 12:45.
Oh.
Cash got out of here. She on his ass.
But
Hey,
no,
look, though,
but Sarah, look for me on. I'm on Facebook.
oh wait, let me find
that's the
a
only
pen.
thing you on is Facebook, Tony.
Facebook and Twitter.
What's your name on
Just a
Twitter?
second. Okay, I got a pen. What's your
Girl, grab your phone. What's Twitter?
Okay, for Facebook, it's Anthony Tony Bell. I got a icon of Alan Page.
okay.
It's an
Okay,
old school football player. And then on Twitter, it is TBell6613.
T Bell 66.
I'm asking because I need your address because I was.
Oh,
gonna
I
send you
see.
Something
This
Vikings
you, ain't it?
football.
Yeah, that's me.
It was that old ass Viking player. Update your profile picture, man.
No, my profile picture's fine.
But
What am I gonna update it to?
hey, look,
So
I'm about to look. It's 12:45 where I'm at. I'm about to get off of here. I'm about to play the game on Twitch. I'm about to beat somebody ass in Madden with the Bills.
You do know your generation is the reason football sucks nowadays, right?
Imagine no.
Yeah, because y'all infatuated with men.
Money. I say money. Not my generation. The money shit.
Yeah, because you guys have no attention span.
You do. Hey, you know what, Tony? You right. Cause D Wood used to upload long videos and shit. I said D Wood, bro, you gotta cut them videos down to about 5 or 7 minutes, bro. I ain't trying to watch no 30-minute video, dog.
Oh.
That's how
Like
Zoe
30
became
minutes?
a Lions fan. He made a video too long, and D Woods only saw half of it.
Yeah, he ain't see half. Sarah, my videos ain't shit but 5 minutes. He ain't see that motherfucker seen the clips. That's all he seen with the clips of that motherfucker.
He saw clips, and somehow he got that Zoe was a Lions fan. So we all just took it that Zoe's a Lions fan.
But I'm not though. That's the crazy part. If I was Lion fan, I'd be uploading some shit out some content right now.
Hey, Sarah, you on? Sarah, what's your what you call it?
Oh wait. Tony, you just ain't grabbed no pad and pencil, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Man, where your phone at, man?
It's over here on the side. I got a bunch of messages coming in.
That motherfucker grabbed a pad and a pencil. He about to write it down.
Well, Zoe,
It's called I know how to read and write. How about you?
We know what a pen is.
Zoe, for the NFL draft, you know what I do? I put all the teams on top of the paper. Then I put like round 1, pick 1, and then I actually write the player's name of who they drafted.
On the pen and paper?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why y'all use your phone?
Zoe, I used to have notebooks back in the day of NFL info and NFL stats.
Man, look what time it is. I'm still playing with y'all. Y'all see that?
Yeah. And what happens when you?
Hey, wait. Was that the skyline of Detroit?
Yeah. Downtown.
You ain't got a picture. You ain't got a Viking picture on your phone, dude.
No, downtown.
Yeah, he got the Hawaiian blue.
Well, I don't got the Vikings as a screensaver of mine.
I got rid of mine. It was a schedule.
At first, I had my logo though. My daughter changed my shit.
Yeah, I had the old. He's got that Honolulu blue.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll be having fun with y'all on the internet though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'll be on the bitch all night. I ain't gonna lie to you. We could go all night.
Yeah, just
That's fine.
Find me on there.
Hey Tony, I just followed you on Twitter.
That's my boy Pepsi.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you find me on Twitter, Sarah?
I can't because then I'm talking to you guys on my phone.
Oh, just look for me on Twitter. It's got that old Viking picture.
Okay.
And then
old ass Viking picture.
Oh, that picture that I showed you was my Twitter.
What's
and
your
then on
Twitter,
Facebook,
I ain't got you on Twitter. What's your name?
Catch84.
Catch84.
Yeah. I don't follow you on. I don't fuck with Twitter like that though, for real.
I'm hardly ever on Twitter. But,
Hey, one person
or
on
X,
here, dog.
or whatever it's called now. But
Hey, one person on here I don't like on Twitter. What the fuck is his name?
Who? Oh, here you are. Okay, yeah, it's okay. So it's on now. I'm following you.
This motherfucker made a crazy ass statement, dog, on the picture. And
do you see me, Tony?
He
Sarah,
got a lot of followers too.
Under Sarah Zhang, and then I can't remember the rest of it, but
on X.
Yeah.
On Twitter? Okay.
I can't find this shit, dog.
I don't think there's too many Sarah Zhangs.
I'm about to go on Twitch, dog. Who in the chat right now got an Xbox or a PlayStation want their ass whooping Madden?
I got you, Sarah.
I might get ass whoopings out all night.
I don't play Madden because I don't play arcade football.
Oh yeah, first thing on Sarah's thing, where the Lion fans at? Damn. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played Madden in probably 10 years. Probably like
that's the only game. That's the only game I play.
You know, I'm gonna be serious. I probably quit playing Madden when the NFL got exclusive rights because it went downhill.
I'm about to be up all night drinking this and playing Madden.
Damn. You live alone? You live alone, Zoe?
No, I got my girl, her 2 kids, and my daughter here with me tonight.
Oh, okay.
Everybody sleep but me.
Is that tequila?
Yes, it is. Aneo.
Tequila is poison. Ugh.
Only thing I drink. You see that tequila name?
Your liver will thank you.
Sure will.
I drink lots of water.
Yeah, I'm already following Sarah.
I just follow you on Twitter though.
Okay, I'm hardly ever on there, but
I've also got a bunch of football. I got a bunch of football groups on Facebook too. So
fucking
I
Facebook.
need to add you guys to that.
Yeah, man, about it, man. Yeah, we going live tomorrow night at 10:00.
After his Lions lose.
The
Actually,
Lions play. The Lions play tomorrow, Saturday.
they
Yeah,
play at
tomorrow
8, they
night.
play at 8:00.
Yep,
Okay.
7:00 Central.
I got.
That's
Hey,
weird. How come
hey,
they're the only team playing tomorrow night?
they the only team playing tomorrow.
Yeah, the rest of the games are on Sunday, and the
Well,
Vikings
it's because
last
it's
I
game.
got some.
Dallas.
I got some money on that game. I got CeeDee Lamb going for $120 with a touchdown.
He's gonna have more.
He's gonna have more than that.
I hope he do. And I got Dak throwing for 310 plus.
He's gonna have more than that.
Dude,
I
if
got
Mullins can throw for 400, Dak's gonna be able to throw for more than 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I got some crazy bets going in, man. Iowa fucked me today though, but
Did Iowa lose?
yeah, they got the ass.
Wait. Was it an offensive bet for Iowa?
I had them on the money line. I had Iowa on the money line. Ohio
No. How many
State.
points did you think Iowa was gonna score?
I don't know. I just money line they ass. I don't know shit about Iowa shit.
They have no offense at
Yeah,
all.
they have no
I didn't know
offense.
that.
Izzo, all you got to know about Iowa was the Gophers beat them.
They did.
Yo,
See, I ain't know that, dog. See, I had
So that Raider
I had
Viking game.
Iowa. No, I had Iowa State.
Oh, Iowa State. Okay.
oh, Iowa State.
Yeah, the
And
Vikings
I had
Raiders
Ohio
game.
State, and
No?
I got Penn State, and I had Notre Dame and Clemson. $50
Notre Dame.
paid
Notre
$450.
Dame dog walked whoever they were playing.
Oklahoma
I'm
State.
saying, but I
Oregon State.
lost.
Zoe, that Raider Viking game. That's an Iowa game.
Why you say that?
That the way they were playing football,
Yeah.
that's Iowa Hawkeyes football.
Are you talking the score?
Yeah.
3-0 and all that. That's an
Yeah,
Iowa
that
football
was
game.
that's Iowa. That is Iowa.
Yeah, we're gonna get some money this weekend though, going to the New Year's. We're gonna get some money. We're gonna get some
Hey.
motherfucking paper.
When
I
it
need to
comes
hit up. I need to hit up Yogi. He owes me a pizza.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he do.
Now,
A
when it comes
meat
to
lover.
tequila, by the way, it's either Don Julio Blanc or Lalalo.
Okay, I see you, Catch. I see you. I see you.
Man, you guys are bringing back memories. I don't want to remember.
Lalo is made by Don Julio's grandson,
Damn.
and he
I didn't know
actually
that.
ages it more than Don Julio. So, yeah, I ain't fucking drinking that cheap ass.
I quit drinking years ago. So
Yeah, I haven't had like liquor in like I don't know 2, 3, 4 years somewhere around since COVID started.
That's
Yeah.
good for y'all. Y'all see, I got this. This still got liquor in there.
God damn, Zoe, what you got a bar back there? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Only thing you missing is beer.
I don't drink beer.
Only time I
Beer's
drink
nasty.
beer. Only time I
Beer
drink
is
beer is
nasty.
for
I'm
chaser.
sorry, but beer,
Yeah, I don't
beer
fuck
is
with beer,
nasty.
man. And I'm getting ready for that Monday night game, Bama and Michigan, man.
Oh, that is Monday.
Yeah, Michigan about to beat the brakes off them
Oh,
boys.
Frozen North.
Wow. What kind of tequila you drinking?
Oh yeah, that's I've heard of that before. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Patron is deadly. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, the worst? Yag.
Oh yeah. Ooh, ooh.
Who?
No, E&J Brandy. Oh.
Oh no, I don't drink that shit. My
Oh,
old head, my
E&J.
old head
Oh, my
drink that. I
God.
don't drink that.
Give me the old formula Captain Morgan and Coke. I'm good with that.
I can't drink Captain Morgan. It gives me really bad headaches.
See, I got that with Jack Daniels.
I can't. I don't like Jack Daniels. I tried it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I used to I got really bad headaches with Jack Daniels. I couldn't drink it anymore.
So let's do final thoughts. We are going to have a show next week. I know this is usually a bi-weekly show, but we are doing it next week because of the last 2 games of the season. So we go back earlier to the Bears and who they play, the Packers and who they play, and the Vikings and who they play. Of those 3 teams, which one do you think finishes in last? Keep in mind, the Bears are only a game behind the Packers and Vikings.
Yeah, but the Bears are playing my girls' team, the Falcons, this week in Chicago.
And what Falcon team shows up? The one that scored 3 points against the Carolina Panthers?
I got the Bear. I got the Bear
And the
beating the
Bears
Falcons.
have like what the #1 run defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Bears could go 2-0.
Who they play last week?
Packers.
No, Chicago played
You mean last week, or you're talking about the last week?
the last week of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played Packers.
Yeah, they played Packers.
Okay, they got the Packers and we got the Lions.
Yep.
I
You know
say
what? Depending on what the Vikings do and depending on the Bears, is there a possibility Green Bay can finish last?
There is.
Yeah, if the Packers lose their next 2 games, yeah, because they're only a game up.
Yeah, there's also a possibility we can finish last too.
Yeah.
What if the 3 of us tie?
Oh, that's a big possibility.
Half
That
the
would
same
that would
record,
be
yeah.
that would be so typical for the NFC. I swear, this division is not far off from the NFC South when it comes to
And we talked about it every time the Lions win a division, it's because the other 3 teams are sorry.
because the other 3 teams suck.
They
Yeah.
won by default. We
Yeah,
have no
exactly.
quarterback.
Yep.
Packers are in transition, and the Bears are the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I think
I think the Vikings win Sunday, and depending on what the Lions do, if they can't catch the 49ers, I think the Lions. So the Vikings could go 2-0, but that doesn't mean they make the playoffs. It all depends on what
the thing with the
Right.
Lions is they have a home game regardless. They win the division.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. It depends on what happens tomorrow night because I mean they could the Cowboys are playing for the division.
Right.
They got
and they have
more
an outside
stake.
possibility of the 1 seed too.
They got an outside spot at the 1 seed, so they're gonna be
Yeah.
they're gonna come guns blazing.
Yeah, well, I was watching a Cowboys podcast, and they were saying something like they're inducting Jimmy Johnson to the Hall of Fame or something.
Yeah, he's going into the Ring of Honor finally.
Oh yeah, tomorrow night.
Yep. So there's gonna be that. So there's gonna be a lot of hoopla for that game, and it's on national TV. You know how Jerry Jones is with the Cowboys on national TV. He wants them to show out.
Because that's America's team.
Right. Half America's always hated them, but anyway.
So so when the Cowboys win, that means the Lions have nothing to play for because they can't improve their.
They have nothing to play
They're
for.
not going to
for the last
finish. They're
game of
not
the
going to be.
season.
They're not. They can't. They're going to be in third if when they lose to Dallas. They can't improve, and they can't get worse because the NFC South is so bad.
Right. So
But
here's but like Dylan said, that game against the
Damn.
Vikings and Lions, the last game, don't be surprised if Teddy Bridgewater is starting at quarterback. It's his last game ever.
Now, do we cheer for the
And he
Lions
probably
since
wants
they
to
got
stick it
Bridgewater?
to
I'm gonna cheer for Teddy. I always like Teddy. I'm gonna cheer for Teddy.
Did he say he's retiring?
Yeah, he's retiring at the
Yeah.
end of the year.
Yeah.
This is his last game.
Well, damn. Shit.
This is it, and even if, and put it this way,
Go Lions.
Goff may start the game, but he might have a couple of series, and then in comes Bridgewater to finish it.
Oh man, you're tugging at my heartstrings. I want the Lions to go now, kind of like when Patriots had Moss. Shit.
Yeah, but yeah, it's
That would be the only reason I want the Lions to do anything was because of Teddy.
so it's the Vikings were what? We're 7-8 now. We could be 8-9, 9-8, 7-10.
Yeah, you can't finish 500 anymore. So
Yeah, you can't finish 500 anymore until they decide when they want to. Until they decide when they want to add the 18th game, but it's
Typical
hard to
season.
say.
Oh,
Oh, who's joining us?
Oh, here comes a dude that owes me a pizza.
He looks lit.
Yeah, he do.
Where you at, yo?
some kind of 15-year anniversary party.
Happy.
They got a concert going on.
Hey, Yogi, make sure you bring home that pizza with Tony.
Man, don't end the stream.
Yeah, I guess Yogi's 15 years at his job.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay. 15 years. Happy anniversary.
yeah.
The Yogi on one, man.
Yeah, that's Yogi.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Michigan for sure gonna win.
you
Yeah,
sure?
so I see the
Oh,
the
yeah,
Packers
I'm
play the Bears and the Vikings. They could finish 0-2.
Yeah.
Or 2-0.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think LaFleur is starting to lose that locker room a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, look at the way Jair is like acting.
Jr. goes. He goes. I don't even think he goes. I don't think the coach knew I was from Charlotte.
Red, that's what I said. That's what I said. Like, why you ain't tell the coach though?
Yeah,
Like, what?
you couldn't understand what he was saying anyway. So it's not like
Yeah, whenever he talks, it should be a requirement to have subtitles.
Yeah, hey man, I'm gonna get out of here though, man.
No,
I see
we're
y'all.
getting ready to. We're getting ready to
Yeah.
get it, Zoe.
Yeah, we're getting ready to head out, Zoe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see y'all
So-
Saturday night at 10 o'clock,
So-
man. Tap in with us, man.
All
I'll
right,
pop in
so-
there.
How
So
mad? Depends. How mad are you gonna be? Because your Lions will
So-
have lost.
so who do you think finishes last? You think it's the Bears, Packers, or Vikings?
I'll probably say the Bears.
Okay.
I think it's the Packers.
I'll say the Bears.
How about you, Sarah?
I say, man, the Bears defense has been playing really good though.
Right, which is why I think.
Yeah,
they're
which
gonna
is
go-
why
I think they're
Yeah.
going to go 2-0.
the Packers
say
are just running out the season.
So I think it's Lions obviously, and then I think it's the Vikings because the Vikings go 1-1, they finish second. So I think it's the Vikings and then Bears and then the Packers.
Yeah, I think Joe Barry's gonna make Hall look like Mahomes on Sunday.
You know,
Hell,
what?
they
That would be
gave Bryce
great.
Young his best game of the season.
Put it this way: if Hall puts up some numbers like we haven't seen this year on the Packers, then Hall's won the starting job going into next year.
And he probably gets Joe Barry fired.
Yeah,
So as
yeah.
I said, if he wins the last two games, the Vikings make the playoffs and they beat the Lions in the first round. Or
These are
the Bucks. in
These
the
are going to
first
need a
round.
lot of help, though. They're going to need a lot of help to make the playoffs.
Well, I think Seattle loses.
But they play
Ooh.
the Cardinals and wait.
No, the Seattle plays.
Oh, they
plays
play the Steelers, right?
Yeah, and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh beat them.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
Is it in Seattle or in Pittsburgh?
I believe it's in Pittsburgh.
But Pittsburgh has no quarterback.
Shit, Kenny Pickett went crazy last week.
Oh, he's back?
No, Rudolph did. He went crazy.
Rudolph. It was Rudolph.
Yeah, Rudolph went crazy.
But it was Cincinnati. It's a rival.
I'm just saying, shit, he went crazy though.
Yeah, it's
I give a backup like quarterback 3 weeks because then the first 2 weeks catches teams by surprise. The third
Yeah.
week they
yeah.
so if we make it to the playoffs, it'll be a third week. I think we should still be good. We'll lose in divisional rounds.
Yes, the Seahawks. Actually, the Steelers game it's in Seattle.
Oh,
They play Steelers and the Cardinals.
I like
Ooh.
Mike Tomlins though.
And Tomlin might stay in Pittsburgh too. He's not going anywhere.
They said they're
The
gonna give him a
Rams-
contract.
They're talking about an extension.
Right, and the Rams could lose one because they played the 49ers last game of the season. The 49ers still could be fighting for number one seed.
but do
It
we
depends
have,
though. If the Lions
the
lose, they won't
tiebreaker
be
over
fighting
the
no more.
Rams?
What'd you say, Sarah?
Do we have the tiebreaker over the Rams?
I believe the Vikings had the tiebreaker over Seattle. If
We got
all
it
three
to
teams-
Seattle.
if
I don't
all
think
three
the
teams
Rams
finish
will.
with the same record. The Vikings had the tiebreaker over the Rams and the Seahawks.
Oh yeah, because we have a better conference.
Yes, better
Give me
conference
Wilson, too evil. Give me Wilson.
Good God.
Dak Cousins
No.
Wilson. Yeah, that you know what? Mayfield's going to get paid by somebody.
I want to pay him shit.
He's going to get paid. I don't know who's going to take the chance and pay him, but he's going to get paid.
I don't want none of
I
them
think he'll
guys.
stay in Tampa.
You think? Well, yeah, he's got the.
Okay.
They got that camaraderie. He knows them.
I don't want
Yeah,
any of
man.
them.
Hey man, I'm out of here, y'all. I see y'all Saturday. I see y'all tomorrow night at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right, Zoe. We'll holler
tap in
tomorrow.
with it.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, he could stay in Tampa Bay. That
I don't want
division.
none of them guys.
Yeah, that division is so bad though.
I can't believe the Eagles fired their coordinator and Patricia is calling the games now. That's just
They demoted him. That's what they did. They
Yeah.
demoted.
yeah.
They
But-
demoted. What was his name? Sean Desai. Desai.
Yeah, he was the Seattle's coordinator.
He was supposed to be like the new hot shot coordinator.
Yeah.
Didn't he interview
The Vikings talked to him.
The Vikings talked to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
But I
Vikings
mean, like, I don't understand why he got demoted when they were like 10-1.
It's kind of like I think with Sirianni, it was a knee-jerk reaction.
Oh,
And I think there was some complaining on the Eagles side of the defensive side.
Yeah.
And that's when they brought in Patricia. Well, if they were complaining for Desai, they're going to be outright bitching with Patricia. That's you. I mean, he's another one that how he keeps
how
his job.
he still even has a job is puzzling too.
They're the only reason they still have jobs is because their name they're connected with which is Belichick.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
Which that tree has proven not to be very good.
No. And the wild card is Belichick going to stay after the season? What are the Patriots going to do? That job's going to open up.
Yeah, he might go to LA.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it makes sense because then Herbert's there.
I think Harbaugh is the odds-on favorite.
Now that Eberflus is pretty much staying in Chicago, probably with where they've ended the season.
It sounds like they're keeping Eberflus and Fields. Now here's one for you guys. Is it possible LaFleur could lose his job?
Nah.
No, I think that he gets a one more year.
Yeah, because he had too many winning seasons.
Well, that was because of number 12.
Because of number 12.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's the only thing that saved him, really. Wow. Yeah, anything's possible. But yeah, I think the Vikings, I think they pull it out on. I'm giving them the benefit of a doubt, but
NFC South, all four coaches might be gone.
Yeah, that division is going to have a huge turnover.
If the Bucs finish with a winning record, Bowles might be safe, but the other three are definitely.
I think
Bowles
is probably the safest.
Yeah, Smith. I talked to my girl. She is now hearing that Smith is gone. He will be gone at the end of the year.
Well, he should be. That team's got way too.
Dennis Allen is a possibility, and of course, but who wants that Carolina job?
Not with that owner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of like being the Redskins coach back when Stan Snyder owned them.
Well, the Commanders / Redskins are going to move on. It's going to be Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah.
It's going to be Eric Bieniemy because he's
got
Josh
McDaniel will go to Carolina.
Oh my God! You know what, Sarah? That could. Oh my! You know what? Now that you put that out there, Tepper would do it. Tepper would do it. Why? Because he's all in on Bryce Young and McDaniels, and Josh is supposed to be this offensive guru. God.
And he comes from the Belichick tree.
Oh, this guy's going to get another job. He's going to get another job.
Because who else would take that job? Any sane coach would not.
No. See, that's the thing about it's an NFL job. So they only come around every so often, even though the owner is who he is. But there'll be a coordinator. There'll be a coordinator that takes that job.
But with the
reputation
that Tepper has,
mm-hmm.
that is always a problem. Which is Jerry Jones is the same way. Which is why I keep saying I was wondering why McCarthy took the gig.
And it's like, do you want to tie your name to that? Because you're probably going to end up getting fired.
Well, put it this way. KOC, if it doesn't work out with whatever he's doing, if he's tied to Cousins for too long, he's going to get fired, and he's got that legacy around his neck. You know? And then if you go to, say you go to Carolina, whoever takes that gig, and it doesn't turn around, you've got that around your neck. You know?
Mm-hmm.
DeMeco Ryans, depending on how CJ Stroud does in this time frame, he's got that albatross. You know, LaFleur was lucky. LaFleur had 12.
He walked into a perfect situation.
Yeah, which is the only thing that saved him
with it.
Yep, the only thing that saved him. You know, so and the only thing that worked for Arians in Tampa Bay was 12 Brady.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so sometimes you luck into a situation where it works, and then other times if it doesn't, you're tied to, you know, whoever, you know, that's the reason you got fired. Now, Sean Payton is terrible without Drew Brees.
Yeah, he's still looking for the
Mhm.
next Drew Brees.
Yeah, he's terrible without Drew Brees.
What if Belichick goes to Tampa Bay?
You know what? That ain't and it's Florida.
That would
It's
be so funny.
But he would be coaching in the NFC South. Oh, Belichick would run that division for the next 10 years. But that would be such a Tampa Bay thing to get another person from New England.
Yeah.
God. And if they win with Belichick, then you got the narrative, Brady,
Then
I
Tom's
won
gonna
with
have
another
to come
team.
back.
There was a question if it was Brady, if it was Belichick. I think it was Brady.
Yeah.
It looks right now like it was Brady.
Because nobody's buying that Patriot way now.
No. Which would it work now? Would it work in Tampa Bay? I don't know.
Plus, that coaching style is no longer effective.
Yeah, but you know what? These new coaches, I'm sorry, they know the X's and O's and stuff, but they just ain't leaders. I mean, from McDaniel on down.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I was like, it took this long to come close to that record. Why would you not break it? Unless you're stopped. I would have fucking broke that record.
Yeah, and I would have did it too because of Sean Payton.
Heck yeah, that's the main reason why I would have done it. Just to rub it into his mug ass punchable face.
Yep. That would have been
The whole face.
That would have been my reason because Peyton is just an arrogant asshole. You know.
Do you guys think that what he did to Russ is wrong?
I do. I don't think you to a veteran quarterback.
That's won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't think you do that.
Well, you can bench him, but you can't bench him the way that he did it.
He publicly, he basically castrated him and benched him.
They did, they pulled the same card like that Vegas did to Carr.
You could just say, I don't think, there's some things we got to work on. It's not working right now. And, you
got to be a little more.
Yeah.
See, I give KOC credit. He would actually, if they were going to do something like that, he would say something in the presser that would make it sound not
He would make it pretty.
He would make it pretty. Where
a turd, it's still a turd.
Peyton's bluntness, he's not going to get any. He's not going to win any popularity points in Denver. Matter of fact, he might get ran out of Denver himself.
Well, and I mean, what does that say to the players that, I can be treated like that
Oh, what it says to me is as soon as my contract's up, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
That's as soon as my contract's up and I'm a halfway decent player, I'm looking for another payday from somebody else.
I do not want Russell Wilson. He's going to want too much money for the talent that he has left.
You know what? I don't want to deal with Russell. I just don't.
I think he and JJ are going to butt heads.
You know what though? Russell will get him the ball.
Yeah, but then he'll take his parking spot too.
Oh Jesus!
I forgot about that.
Oh my God, that's true. Yeah.
George,
if Russell comes up here, if Russell comes up here, you got to look at Sierra every week. Oh, yippee skippy! Oh God.
She got that hair covering.
Does she go to every game?
She would if he was like in a.
Oh wait, they'll never come here because we're not a big enough market for him to be big.
Okay, that fool better slow his roll. He's from Wisconsin. He was friggin' playing in Wisconsin, for God's sakes.
I think Minneapolis is a bigger market than Denver, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Not
by
much, but it is. Yeah, Minneapolis is bigger. Denver and Minneapolis are pretty similar, to be honest.
Because I thought I read somewhere, heard somewhere where they wanted to go to New York, somewhere that has big market.
Because of her music career.
What music career?
Exactly.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. But still, I mean, it's in Minneapolis. All you got to do is when you say Minneapolis, first thing you think of is Prince.
Yep.
So I mean, she could have a music career up here too if she was saying something people wanted to hear. But yeah, I mean, he'll price himself out. But here's the thing: somebody will pay him because there's a lot of quarterback starved teams in the NFL.
I think Atlanta's probably a good spot for him.
Depends on who the head coach is. I still, you know what? I still think if I'm Atlanta, they're gonna look at a coach, and it wouldn't surprise me if it's Brian Flores. I keep saying Brian Flores.
I don't know. I think any coach that comes into a new position is going to want their own quarterback.
I think Johnson will be the
You think Johnson in Atlanta?
Yeah. Because if he gets himself a halfway decent quarterback with the weapons they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they need somebody with some here's the thing, though. A lot of these teams have the weapons. They don't have the discipline. A lot of these young offensive coaches just are not disciplinarians. They're kind of like, let them do what they want. So that's where a defensive guy comes in, because on defense, you got to be disciplined.
Yeah, because I mean, like what Jair did, you have never heard of something like that happening ever.
No, you never will. I mean, we're gonna have that problem as time goes on. We're gonna have players that are gonna
go rogue.
But KOC's not gonna be able to handle them because that's not him. That's not him. But yeah, I mean, everybody, the offense, here's the deal. NFL wants to go in this offensive type of thing. Offensive, put up points, blah, 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 make the rules lopsided as hell. But you still need a defense. So.
Do you guys think Kansas City's going to be one and done?
Possibility. Frozen North, Prince said he lived in LA and he just did not like it. He didn't like the fast pace. He just didn't like the atmosphere. It just wasn't his. When he died, he was here full time.
I think it depends on who Kansas City plays, whether or not they want to do it.
Well, what seed is Kansas City looking at right now?
Third.
I think they're third. So
they could be one and done, though.
Yeah, because they might be playing the Browns.
Oh,
the Browns are 4, right? The Browns are 4.
Yeah, the Browns are 4.
Right? Browns are 5th seed right now, I think.
No,
5th seed.
Browns are 5th.
Yeah.
Who's the 6th seed in the AFC? Because 6 would play 3.
Browns could be 5th or 6th. I mean, 4th or 5th, depending. Buffalo's still in the hunt.
Yeah, Buffalo's still in the hunt.
Jacksonville.
So
that head coaching job is a wild card too with McDermott.
So the Ravens are 1, Dolphins are 2.
Okay.
It says it still has the Chiefs right now. It has the Chiefs as 3.
Okay.
Jags at 4, Bills at 6.
Bills at 6.
So where's
Jags
the
are 4.
Browns are 5.
Browns are 5. So 5 plays 4. Cleveland goes to Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's losing that game.
And who's 6?
Right now it's the Bills.
Bills go to Kansas City again.
Yeah.
Who's 7?
Colts. So if they play the Colts, they win. They beat the Colts.
Colts would go to
Kansas City,
Miami.
Well, no, because the Chiefs are 3.
6.
6. Yeah, because right now the Colts are 7 and the Bills are 6, so the Colts have a chance to pass the Bills.
Yeah,
because they have an easier schedule.
Yeah.
I think Buffalo matches up with Miami better.
No, Buffalo can't beat Miami.
No, they whooped their ass.
That
because remember Miami whooped Denver's ass, and then Buffalo whooped Miami's ass.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh,
is that like 48 to something?
That's right.
Yeah, that's the game
on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, that's the game I didn't show for. I was thinking of somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah, they beat on Thursday Night Football.
The Texans are 8th. They have the same record as the Colts, and the Bills and the Bengals are 9th.
So basically, the Texans are kind of outside looking in.
Yeah. You know what the weird thing is? The Bears are not eliminated from playoffs.
Oh, they're not?
Nope. Because if we lose out, and a lot of things have to go their way.
They need a lot of help.
They need
It's
a lot of miracles.
1% chance to make the playoffs, but they're not eliminated yet.
We need help too.
One is still better than none.
See, I don't understand. They had the Packers as a better playoff than the Vikings, which makes no sense.
Because then we have to face the Lions and the Packers. That's why they're
Yeah, but
putting
the
the Packers
Lions
as
aren't
having
really
a
playing for
higher
nothing.
chance.
Well, plus when you say Green Bay, the NFL kind of wants Green Bay in it because it's Green Bay.
Yeah.
See, right now the 49ers, Eagles, Lions, they're all 11-4. The
Okay.
Cowboys are 10-5.
So the worst division winner is Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Yes.
And Tampa Bay's 4, and who's number 5 in the NFC?
Right now,
It's
5
Cowboys.
is Cowboys.
So the Cowboys, if the season ended, would go to Tampa Bay.
Right, and the Rams would be the 6th seed, and they would go to the Lions.
They would go to
and
the Lions.
The Hawks would go to the Eagles.
Seahawks to the Eagles. And the
Unless
Eagles could
Eagles
lose that
loses.
game.
Yeah.
The Eagles could lose that game.
And then the Cowboys would take the 2 spot, right?
Right. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't the Eagles face Drew Lock?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
they lost.
And I think they're back to Geno Smith.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And the Eagles are playing the Cardinals and then the Giants, right?
Yeah, and I think the Giants are just playing out the season. They let their guy Tyrod Taylor starting, I believe. They benched DeVito.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bench DeVito. He looked like he got mob ties.
Dable might end up missing.
Look like Guido and Vinny would show up at their door talking about, you're going to start Tommy, and that's all there is to it. Or we're going to have to come back. Yeah, especially, what was that, his cousin that was his agent or some shit?
Yeah.
That's not his cousin. That's Tommy from down the block. Tommy's his bookie.
Wow, 3.5 hours. Whew, that's long.
Oof. All right, y'all. Good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out of here too. I gotta hit the road here.
Where are you going this late at night?
No, I gotta hit the road as in go to bed.
Oh. I was
So,
going to say.
No, this is, I mean, if this was years ago, I'd be like, oh, my night's just starting.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Not anymore. When I say I gotta hit the road, that's walking from my chair to the bedroom. So, but yeah, I will be on Zoe's show tomorrow. Are we doing an after game?
I do not know if we're going to do, because that's New Year's Day or
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Okay. But sure.
I don't care. I don't care because my wife and I, we don't do shit on New Year's Eve. We just sit at home. So it
but
doesn't
for
matter
sure,
to me.
we got the vintage next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Still taking ideas.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I am out, people.
All
We
right.
appreciate everybody for being here. The same people as always.
guys
We appreciate
tomorrow.
it.
Yeah. Thanks for watching us, guys.
Appreciate you
Okay,
guys.
bye.
I know you're scared. Yeah, I do too. If I were you.